Hello. Kelly Lynn D'Angelo here, your dungeon master for NDND. We got a game today. Woo woo. As we do per often, we're gonna go around the circle here and make our quick introductions. So let's begin with the Joey.
Hey everybody, my name is Joey Clift. I'm enrolled Cowlitz, and I'm playing the role of Jarfield, a cute little tabaxi who's up to no good. Next, I'm going to throw it to Azie.
Hi, I'm Azie. I'm Pamunky, and I'm playing Eucalyptus, who is a half elf paladin. I knew that. I'm throwing it to Siena.
Hello, I'm Siena. I'm Chante Nation, Oklahoma, and I'm playing as P. P is a halfling rogue. She is a grown-up. She has a full-sized grown-up body, very hot. I'm gonna toss it over to Benny.
Howdy, my name is Benny Wayne Sully. I am Shichangu Lakota, and I am Ikto. That's all you need to know. Oh, and it's Lucas's turn now.
Always getting, always. Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Lucas Brown Eyes. I'm Oglala Lakota, and I play Chante, a Triton druid. And that's it. Throwing it back to Kelly, because I have manners.
I was just going to leave you hanging.
And from there, we will begin. So let me set the scene a little bit. You guys had entered press in different states and different moods. Some of you excited about the adventure that lies ahead, some of you curious, and some of you upset. Specifically Eucalyptus, who had gone through a pretty traumatizing situation a couple of days, if not almost a full week prior, struggling with this hole that is now in her body. That led to you guys docking in press after being briefed by one of these guards and very quickly getting yourselves into some trouble with some of the watchers of town, which seem to be these metallic gargoyle-like figures that are kind of peppered around to somehow enact the rules, the very thick book of rules that you received for press that you have yet to even glance through, that was thrown down to you. That being said, this battle, Fog Cloud quickly was able to get you guys in different states of dispersing or changing your looks in order to evade things. And very soon you caught this mysterious creature, specifically Ikto, passing by, who then seemed to whisper something to an invisible Jarfield, and you guys made your way down an alley. Having broken apart in the party after the sort of chaos of this mini battle, P and Chante decided to trek it over to the home of which you guys received the keys for. Just, try to get some things that could make you guys happy, some goodies. And you expected your friends to potentially be there at Block 42. That is not what happened. Instead, the three of you guys, Eucalyptus, Ikto, and Jarfield, made their way to this hidden door, this hidden room that seems to be a hideout for these undercover agents within the city of Press. Quickly you find out that there was an old bond there. The leader of this is a tabaxi named Charlene that Jarfield seems to have quite a extensive history with. But they had to put those feelings and that history aside in order to get you all up to date about what's going on at a place that seems to be like an elite or exclusive club called the Nine Lives. There is a current town mayor, Tom Starbuckle, who's kind of with an iron fist creating this horrific city of press, seems to be beside or some creature whispering in his ear, that being Blurmal, the arch nemesis of Jarfield. You found out with Charlene and also with Tomato and Cheesy, good friends of hers, it seems to be, that there is some sort of transaction happening today with Tom Starbuckle and some powerful artifact or item. She knows about this because the deal about a year prior didn't go well and they seem to have found a new buyer. But this is going to require a stealth operation and a heist in order to intercept the item and try to get more information about what's going on. So that being said, that's where you all are at. And very quickly, Chante and P, after having rummaged through the house of a very poor family, were getting quickly chased by guards, found their way out of their grasp and literally just burst through the door as all of this is happening. So let's pick up from there.
Whoa, why does it smell horny in here? Pink
It's
cat.
because I'm with my girlfriend. Not extra. Where it's complicated.
Jarfield.
That sounds creepy.
What?
Yeah.
Hello, it's
What's
nice
up?
to meet you. I am Charlene. This is
Hi.
Tomato and Cheesy. They
Mhm.
are allies
Lame.
of mine. That is a strong word. Ikto. I feel like you are projecting. But we shall talk about that another time, won't we?
There's a lot of sexual tension going on. What's going on? Also, Ikto, nice and hot. I like it.
Yeah, this is a good look for you.
Yeah.
I
Like
thank you guys. but it's
before.
about to wear
ugh.
off.
Look,
Oh, when
we've
they
estab-
say it's good, you thank them. When I say it's good, you insult me.
Well, you're in a really weird like headspace right now. I'm trying to just keep
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Well,
I
you're
have
not
no-
helping.
I have not
Let's see.
insulted the new attractiveness of Ikto at all. I am pro perfect 10 dime smoke show Ikto.
Okay, so when this wears off, you are all just going to be mean to me again, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I don't.
Why would
recall
we be
being-
nice to you if you're not hot?
I don't
Ah.
recall ever being mean to you, but
Wait, were you guys followed?
I mean, Chante
Oh,
and
we
I,
probably
kinda
were
gotta
followed
go.
here. Yeah.
Also,
We didn't
I
think-
see that's what you called her, right? She's carrying some briefcase, but that seems to have papers shoved
I mean,
in it.
yeah, it seemed like a good thing to grab. We were at these people's house, and then Chante said they had all this messed up stuff on the second floor, and
Hate speech. They're hateful
much.
people.
So it was okay to rob them. And
what
so
do
we
they
left.
hate?
Everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. You guys, this is a hateful town. We should rob it all and fuck up the town. Also,
yeah.
we might be being followed. We did rob some people, but I didn't see them following us, and we kind of got away before they even saw what we did to their house.
And
As,
what
but
you
she
you,
got
as
some-
you say that, you guys can hear like a large crowd of people going, "They went that way," and they're like, "Are you sure, Greg?" And they're like, "Yes," and like you can just hear like all these foots and stomping, and they're all just like going past the door. But there's a loud group of people looking for someone.
Yeah, but they won't find us because we're really fast. Is the thing you're hearing that they might even be chasing someone else. You don't know that it
Yeah,
was us. 'cause
probably.
We were incredibly fast.
Yeah, yeah. Also, she got like papers. And
Yeah, we
maybe
got papers.
like work papers. Like maybe he has like an ID. We can go in and steal some work stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Chante, P, we've got a heist that we're trying to plan, so we're gonna steal a lot of cool stuff.
No, we're not
Uh,
doing your story. We're doing our whole journey. What are you talking about? There's a heist.
Well,
We just
I'm
did a
all
heist.
for heists because we're finally embracing what we truly are, which are thieves, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We
Because
just
without
did
that, we're
one.
just murderers, and that would
We're-
be bad.
We're thieves in love.
Oh,
Charlene.
dude, you
This
haven't
is
seen her in years.
painful
Stop
to
saying.
watch.
Stop forcing emotions from her, man.
Yeah,
Eucalyptus?
this is not how you do it.
Eucalyptus.
What do you want to heist?
Mm.
Sorry.
Yes.
Has it been weird this whole time?
Yes.
Oh, it's uncomfortable. I mean, I know I'm already in a bad mood, but it's the smell that it started immediately. I don't know if
Okay.
that's like a tabaxi thing or what.
It's
but
thick. It's
Got it, got it.
semi-visible. the stench.
Look,
You
I
can-
can't help it if my musk sprays into the air sometimes.
There's
Yes, you-
seems to be a lot of emotions. You know, I found a very strange scale from Eucalyptus's hole, I guess you could call it, which was interesting. And
Nice. I knew it's not. Yeah.
Not that hole.
Good
Oh my
job.
gosh. Everyone's
You guys
I mean,
know
all
what
holes are
holes
beautiful,
are.
so like.
anyway, I'm going to take her to one of these small temples. It's an undercover
Can I see
temple
the
as
scale?
well in town later. It's up
Can
to
I
her. I
inspect the
gave it
scale?
to Eucalyptus.
Can I check it out? I like scaly things. I know scales.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, do you want to roll a quick let's have this be a nature check, please.
Ooh. All right. Sorry.
I misunderstood what scale we were talking about. I assumed it was like a ruler you were going to pull out and we were going to measure the hole, but that's not what you're saying.
Can it be an investigation check?
Nature check.
Okay, fine. 16 plus 1.
Okay, so as you're looking at the scale, you being an aquatic creature, a man of the water, you take a moment and you can recognize that the scale and its sort of texture and firmness, it's that of like armor. So you're taking a moment, you're looking at it, and you realize that like this is the scale of certain fish creatures that you know who would literally wear scale armor that seems to be that sort of density and sheen. It's very beautiful. It's got this like blue to turquoise teal glisten on it. It's very pretty, but yeah, it seems to be that.
I feel with my mouth. Like, I mean, I can feel with my hands too, but my mouth is very delicate. It has a lot of sensors in there. It's really great. So yeah, this is of this is the armor of some fish people in the ocean. They're kind of boring, so I don't really remember too much about them. But yeah, you got some boring fish armor. And this came out of a hole of yours?
The
Yes.
hole.
You know the hole that I got when I was in the water.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
a
Oh.
hole.
Died.
You were supposed to be
Okay.
born with that hole.
No, this is not my vagina. It came out of the hole that's in my abdomen from when I was in the ocean.
Yesterday.
Your belly button?
You know what?
No,
just give it back. Just give it back. Just give it back.
There you go.
Yeah, so you
I
go
cleaned
back
it
to your
too.
relatives.
My mouth is very clean. It cleans too. It's got like this great suction. The salt water just goes in there,
So
disinfects it.
anyway,
It's good.
as I was saying about this very dangerous situation, and you guys did mention you had other party members. I'm assuming this is them, unless they are your jesters, because they're very funny.
We're all kind of jesters.
Oh,
I am incredibly serious.
Yeah, she'll fuck you up.
she's so funny. She says it that way.
This bitch is so rude.
She'll bite
What
your
are we
ankles.
doing?
You better stop.
I can reach higher than ankles.
Just
Needless
let me
to
have
say,
this. It's the only thing I've laughed at in days.
Fine.
I do want to show you, if you have not yet seen it, this map. And so she gestures to this sort of curtain that she had pulled away that seems to be embroidered with details and sort of sketches of some sort of map. And she says, I know this is a little rough. I've made physical copies as well. And she hands out and puts down like one map that kind of translates it. And that's actually a map. Just for the viewers, I did create like a map with some notes on it. And so I sent that to them so they have a reference for what this looks like. So
And is this a sex dungeon? What is this of?
It
looks like a sex dungeon.
I mean, I'm not going to say it couldn't be, because this is an elite club, right? It is where the rich and powerful oppress go. So
it's definitely a sex dungeon.
It could be.
It's definitely a sex dungeon.
The
All right,
one thing
finally.
the one thing I will tell you is that they know that there is a vault with the item in it, probably and most likely in the basement, but it could be honestly in the second floor, the first floor, it could be anywhere. But there are many rooms. And in this vault is where they will take the item out of. Now, I know for a fact that the vault will eviscerate you the moment you go in. You will be killed if you try to go into the vault. So that is why we are trying to intercept the item before or after it goes back into the vault. Does that make sense? So whoever is transporting it to the table that Tom is going to be negotiating at, we want to get it on its way there or on its way back, most likely. Does that make sense?
Sorry, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? What item are you talking about? And we're gonna be eviscerated. What the hell did you guys get up to? You should have just come with us to the house.
Well,
Yeah, it was cool.
Needless to say, I feel that with the current predicament in press, there's no way to change the way things are. Specifically, with the tabaxi population here being pretty much, what's the word? You have to be blurm or else you will be killed here.
So you're saying we would be killed either if we go and get this or not? Or you'll be killed because you're tabaxi?
Well, I intend to do some things with Tomato and Cheesy to help assist you guys. So the plan here would be all of us together going in and strategizing on what's the best way to handle this. I will say
so that you don't die, or so that we all don't die.
so we all don't die, but I will admit that my agenda here is to I want to ruin Blurmel and Tom Starbuckle's manufacturing business right now. The way that they are changing the minds of other people around, it is integral to me to stop this. Now, I understand if you don't have the same concerns, but I will say that there are many riches and many powerful things potentially in this place that could be a great offer to you all in transaction for your assistance on this. If it's not for your heart, which I thought maybe some of you might have. And she kind of like has to look away from Jarfield for a minute.
I just want to say I'm glad that I'm glad that we both still feel the same way about Blurmel. We have so much in common still.
I just want to remind everyone that you could die at any time anyway. Or you could your life could be ruined and you could suddenly have stuff coming out of a hole.
She's right. Especially you guys with your short lives.
So I mean, if you feel like it's worth it, like whatever, but just, news flash, we're all gonna die.
She's right.
Well,
so who wants to get naked?
With that, again, I will do my best to equip you with everything I possibly can to make this to put this in our favor, right? As long as we're strategic about it, I think that we could come out on top.
I'm looking at this map. This seems like a pretty easy place to get around and do stuff at. It doesn't seem that complicated. It's got like a billiards room and a library. There's a servant's entrance. Like they're gonna put a painting in a room. It doesn't seem that hard.
There's an eagle. I could talk to it.
Yes, that is something that I noticed. Again, I have tried my best with getting the original plans and layout of this building. And also within the last year, doing my best to kind of watch from a bird's eye view. All of this is my notes combined with the original notes of the creator, which probably means, and whatever these little details are, it could help you understand maybe if there are enchantments, if there are strange creatures that could activate, like the watchers in town, the flying things that are made of metal. Also, it could help inform you as to where to enter and exit, or if you're trying to hide. So again, this is just the layouts. But the biggest thing is I don't 100% know exactly where that vault is or where the deal will go down. So those are the most important things. Now, in order to gain access here, I will say today is like a reset day. It's like the day that is like the Monday of Mondays. It's a very important day. Today, it's every week, honestly, but it's when the Monday is actually the Monday, because they just have made Monday every day now. So, but this is like Monday. Does that make sense? It's a little
yes,
hard.
I follow this. I don't like Mondays, and I get it.
But this is like the real Monday, and so usually this is when they all meet, the very prestigious, very well-known people, and I'm assuming they're going to try to do this deal, in some separate room from the main sort of cigar center where they all go and they gamble and they bring in dancers and
so you do know what happens in this place.
It sounds awesome.
Again,
it sounds like you're keeping secrets.
Again, my resources have told me the things that happen in the different rooms here. I've been able to, me, Tomato, and Cheesy, under different guises, been able to get a little bit of information. That's why I wrote everything I did on this page.
He's got dogs. I could be a dog.
Well, if that's how people, if people are getting in as entertainers, is that how we can get in? Like,
that's
say
true.
We're there as the entertainers.
Our cover is that we are exotic dancers. They let us in, and they were like, "Great, we loved you guys." So we already have that cover established.
Two things that I think could be.
But then we robbed him. So.
Is he gonna?
We need to figure out when, this is taking place, and also we need to figure out, more information about the vault. I see that the designer of 9 Lives, the designer of this place, lives on 3rd and 75th. Do we know if that's still accurate?
That could be if he is. I mean, these are older, but they're not that old. I'm assuming that this was built within the last maybe 20 years. So
Okay.
he could
Maybe
still be
they
there.
would have more information.
Like, what do you think? Just ask him?
I could go in and
Oh,
figure
no.
something out.
Yeah, you could
don't-
sign him up.
I'm attractive right now.
Yeah, but
I'll
maybe you're
seduce
not
her.
what he's looking for.
Well, maybe it's a she. Why do you assume the architect?
Maybe you're not what
His
she's
name
looking
is-
for.
looking for.
His name is actually signed above that. Like he signed off on
Oh,
the construction company, so it is a man. Unless you know what?
What is it
George. Yeah, George John.
George John?
Yes, I think so.
How
The
do
last
you-
name is hard to read. George Johnson.
Hmm.
Johnson.
But that
I
could
thought it
be
was
anyone.
Grange Taylor.
Ikto, since you're disguised as a guard, it might not one. You could probably just get in there, you're like perfectly disguised as a very handsome guard.
Yeah, but it only lasts an hour. I don't want it. I
So
do
let's
have another disguise kit. Like I have a disguise
Wait.
kit that I can use
You
at
can't go
will.
now because they're not there yet.
Maybe Siena
I'm
has some
New
papers.
here. Let's look through my briefcase.
She robbed a guard.
And I would like to say that we can't go time. I just got here. I was somewhere else. So I'm opening up my briefcase. It's open now, and I'm gonna sift through these goddamn papers.
Okay.
My favorite
So-
thing about P is when she describes what she's doing as she does it.
Yeah, it's
Pete,
cute.
can I have you roll a quick investigation check as you're trying to find something of use in
Yeah.
what you've collected?
You can, and I'm saying it to make a point. Okay, hold on. 4.
As you're looking through these papers, like it's kind of like a kid who doesn't know how to read yet, like pulling, like it looks like a bunch of scribbles. Like it just, nothing is making sense to you. And you have a feeling that if you want to go through this paperwork, it's probably gonna unfortunately take a few days to have to read it all, go through it all. There's a lot of chicken scratch. This guy doesn't have good handwriting.
Does someone else want to look at this?
Wait, hold on. I would like to also look at it.
Yeah, look at it. I don't want to see this shit.
Okay.
I'm the resident detective.
You're
We'll
not the
make
resident
it-
detective.
I am the resident detective.
We'll make
Says
it
who?
for those who are curious, a group investigation check. So just roll if you're like helping out with P in this moment.
Yeah.
And let me know.
Mm-mm.
At 20.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Yeah, I got an at
What?
20 plus 2.
Okay.
So
Wait,
resident
two
detective.
Nat-
Hey,
Natties.
ba-ba-ba.
Okay. As you're
Immediately
looking
pull it
through
out.
this, it's like you're like, all right, you can push P aside. And the two of you guys like both zone in on one piece of paper that does look most curious to you. And as both of your hands kind of reach it with
Ooh.
dual fat naturals in a romantic moment, both touching the same piece
Aw,
of paper,
aw, hi, buddy.
you guys have to
What's
kind
up?
of do a little dance as to who gets to read it first. So I just want to see because you're both rolled
Oh.
fat naturals.
Plus 3
Oh,
though.
I trust you. Wait,
Yeah,
I don't
natural.
understand. I don't understand what these numbers are, but I understand that you're my friend, Chante, and I would like you to read it first.
Cool. Hey, did you see that, Charlene? He's a gentleman. Also, you see that orc? He's a gentleman. Don't worry, I
I-
got you covered on both sides.
I'm
Okay.
going to wink at Charlene and then look at the orc and like shrug at him.
Sup, orc. Yeah, so I look at the papers and I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome.
And at that brief moment, though a lot of the things that P picked up weren't important, one thing you do find out is that you have like the birth certificates and death certificates, and you have the definitive proof that his last name is Johnson. So he might be related to the actual designer of the schematics that you're looking at.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. We may have burned that bridge.
But
little.
I could make myself look like this person if you can just tell me what they look like.
We also have, since we have the birth certificate and the death certificate, you could go there and say, don't understand the connection here, but your brother's dead. You have to tell us how this building was built.
That is a great plan, Jarfield, and I will definitely mull that over.
I will say this: you've seen him because he was the guard that let us in.
Yeah.
That's the guy we robbed.
That's
yeah,
right. That's right. Yeah, so I know what he looks like. Yeah, I think I could make that work.
He's got kind of like a round face and like two different eyes, and he's got like
and one
Yeah, I
is like a
remember
little
that.
bit higher than the other.
Yeah.
And then like an amazing tongue. Like his tongue was just really, really good and engorged.
But
And
it
he's
was a
not
faint.
About like 3 centimeters wide. It was awesome.
It was
And
like a
he-
faint pink too, because if you're a faint pink, then he's a summer. So just know he's a summer.
And he's
He's a
not
summer.
and he's not covered in adorable plushy fur like me and Charlene, which I think.
Okay, Jarfield, man, that's not
I
helpful.
can't do this.
Okay,
I like it.
Can I just say that I'm gonna be very disappointed if Ikto changes into this this very unattractive guard.
Hey,
I have an idea. Now, you guys have never gone on this before, but we're all different people now. We've grown. You should just have sex real quick while he looks like this.
no,
Just
I'm
do it.
good on that.
Oh, there
It's
is
gonna switch
I can
everything
pull the
back.
curtain at one of the rugs behind. There is
I'm
a
a Ken doll,
bedroom.
baby.
But not while you look like him, right? Right?
Yeah, you spent a lot of time when you were disguising yourself to disguise it so that your
The penis.
like his junk.
Yeah.
That's what you
I
spent.
got a nat 20.
And-
Got that 20.
I don't know. Ikto, do you want me to be happy?
That's not gonna make you happy. Also, I'm not here for you to look at. I'm more than that. You know, I'm
I don't know.
out on that plan.
Jarfield, play some sexy music.
We have pressure.
Okay.
We,
I
we
mean,
we should really everybody
Focus on
just
the heist.
let's just
Nobody
talk,
wants. Oh, okay. Nobody
talk,
wants me
let's
to be
talk
happy. I get
quickly
it.
about the heist, please.
I tried. I was
yes,
there for you.
Yes, but what I do want to say is that this is going to be going on in about 4 hours, right? So you have 4 hours to decide the sort of things you want to do in town, the things you might need. I can do my best to find you equipment and armor, but again, the resources here are very, very strapped. So I will do my best to recover what I can. I do have two scrolls that I will give you that you might need, that I have procured over the last year. I also have a couple of the potions that I don't know what they do because I don't have that skill set. But I do think that they could help in some sort of way. So I'm going to give those to you. Okay?
Cool.
I am going to wait to give them to you until you are ready to go on the heist, just because I don't want you to use them beforehand. Is that okay?
There's
No,
a good
that's
chance
the
I would have taken
smartest
it
thing you've ever
immediately.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going
Smart.
to protect them here and then give them to you when you are ready for the mission. So
Do you have any food or like sweets or something?
we have those bars that they all have in town, like just bars of.
Okay, so I know this might be
Nutrients?
an ask. Do you have any drugs?
I don't. I'm sorry. But they might have them at the
They
elite
probably have
club.
that 9 lines.
You
They
guys,
probably
we have
a whole
to
chest
Chante.
of it.
we have to focus and get down and really just.
You're right.
You guys,
We
come
have
on,
to heist.
come
We
on.
have to heist these
Stop,
drugs.
stop messing around. Stop flicking each other's bits. Come on, we gotta focus, guys. We have a responsibility to
Um,
save this town or whatever.
So I guess that like there are a couple different strategies that we could do. One is that we sneak into this building, try to be really stealthy, and then try to like lift the magical item when nobody's looking. Or there's another version where we cause a big distraction, like blow up half the building when nobody's looking, and then when everybody's turn to do it, we just beat everybody up and then take the stuff and run. Which
We're
one?
too weak for that right now.
Judging, you're too weak. Oh, gee, I didn't realize you all were fighting gargoyles. I must not have seen. Actually, I can see many people because of the fog. But the point is, where did you guys go? No. Focus on the task at hand. We cannot be divided. We have to save this
Drugs.
person. Are we rescuing a person? We got to
Really
save someone.
skip past this whole sex thing that just happened a second ago. I'm just blazed
Yeah, I'm
past
still
that.
reeling from that.
You
That was
guys, we cannot be immature and just focus on trivial things. We have to Charlene needs help. We need to help her.
Charlene-
She's in need.
Charlene.
Charlene needs help.
Charlene.
She wants to save like children.
No. Anyway, it's if you can tell me what you would like to do or what you want, or what you need equipment wise or whatever,
I've
I will
already
write it all
told you
down.
what I need.
What would you like?
No
Tell me.
one cares what I need.
To fill this hole, the real hole in your tummy, not the other hole we were talking about earlier. This one. That's what we're gonna go back to.
That's not what
Eucalyptus.
I
I think we need to work on your issues after we help.
But maybe
prevent
whatever this. Did you
propaganda?
ever think that maybe what's going on with me could be the key to our success?
Every day I think about how we need to satisfy you and how that'll help. But right now, I think we need to focus on helping prevent terrorism.
No, listen to
Something.
me. She said, what do I want to do with the next 4 hours? And I was going to ask if I could maybe go to that temple because maybe this armor, whatever scale thing could help us.
I
I'm
just
thinking-
said that.
No.
Yeah, that's like a
Tummy
Remember-
hole.
that's a good idea.
That's
I thought my mind
Oh,
immediately went to some other place.
I could take you there. Yes, I could take you to the temple. But again, I don't know if they're going to need to.
Is
We'll
this-
do our best.
Is this temple okay with Tabaxi?
Yes, it is an undercover temple. There's no temples in town. All religion and spiritualism is banned in the city.
So here's my current thing. I think that, and I don't mean any ill will towards any of you, I think that P and I are probably going to be the best people for this job. I think that we need to make sure that she and I are prepared for this. I think that we probably also need Charlene to help us talk things through. So would it be possible for maybe Jarfield to take her? Or I know Chante, there's drugs involved, so you really want to be here. But I feel like Jarfield, you're not going to be much help when we're doing this because you're going to stick out like a sore thumb.
I mean,
I'm only a magic,
I haven't-
wild shaping person who can sneak anywhere. Yeah, I guess I'm not needed.
and I am invisible.
I could only be one of his dogs or
I
a
am-
rat.
Like
Who
I
the hell knows?
What
Like,
makes you think that you two could do this alone? You've not done anything
Oh.
successfully alone in your
I'm-
life.
Who just robbed a house successfully besides P? Who are the two people who have the most robbing
Yeah,
ability?
this
and
is
skills?
Yeah,
a
but that was a
huge
different
heist.
situation.
Is
I would
specific.
say-
heists are for multiple people. They're not for two people. One who
Oh, I'm
happens
not
to
saying
look like a hot
just
guy
us two. I'm
and
saying
a tiny woman.
I'm saying in terms of just the planning and stuff, I think that it would be important that P and I are there for all the conversations along with Charlene.
That makes
I think
sense
that-
because also you have to keep in mind we're all gonna have different roles here. We all need to be involved, but maybe you will need to go in and break off or go in and split up. You know, who knows? It's up to you all what you think your strategies are best. So I think I get what he's saying, but
Well, fine. Then I'll just leave my hole for another day.
Well, no,
Both my
I'm saying
holes
you
will
go
be
do your
neglected
hole.
today.
You go do your hole, but maybe we can leave
cannot neglect-
Charlene-
I'm not doing that
Youth
without
holes.
Charlene. I don't know anything about
No, 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 no.
underground temples.
and again, I do think I mentioned earlier. I know you may not remember, but that we should do the temple after the mission because they might need to. Generally speaking, at nighttime is when they do their prayers and their rituals. They like to keep undercover. I don't know if we go there during the day that they'll be there or have the capacity to. Eucalyptus might need to stay there overnight, and they need to examine her.
Never mind.
Can I just take a nap while you guys are arguing or whatever? I'm getting
Yeah,
kind of
how's
tired.
everybody- yeah,
And for some reason, I just kept on getting hit by all these gargoyles. I have no idea why.
Yeah, I have a quick question. So, like, how's everybody feeling physically? Is anybody like, like, I know Chante, you got beat up a little bit by these gargoyles. Everybody feeling good, or everybody?
Well, you
feeling
guys
like they
did too,
need-
right? It went after you guys too.
No, I got stabbed by I don't know who, but I'm still bleeding.
So
actually.
maybe like I can, if I play a little music and we all rest for like an hour or so, that could like rejuvenate everybody so that we're ready to do this heist just in case things go sideways, which everything that we've ever done has gone sideways. So bless you, P. So I feel like there's a good chance that things will go sideways. So if we do that for like an hour, and then Ikto, or maybe we should switch the order on this. Ikto, while you're still disguised as this guard, if you went to this guy's house and tried to figure out any information you can about where the vault is, if there's like a meeting room that people tend to meet in or anything like that, while that's happening, we can kind of figure out a couple of things that would be good for us to have, for this heist. Like, I mentioned it like half jokingly, but I think that like explosives wouldn't be a bad idea to get from Charlene, just in case we need it. And then, alternatively,
It worked out really well the last time.
I mean, if you do see there, I wrote down where the oil pipeline runs through. So
I
it's in
think-
the basement.
Let's blow it up.
If you need it.
It's- I
Just have
think
an
that
oil pipeline here.
how are we
But
getting
water
in?
is life, you know.
Yeah, water is life.
Well, this place is unfortunately pretty much poisoning all their water with the oil reserves being pumped through
So-
to make all the industry.
So maybe a good move to do is if we get some explosives, something with like a long fuse that we can like light in the basement, set for like a 30-minute timer or whatever. And then we, while that's happening, try to like lift this magical item. And then hopefully if we time it just right, this thing will explode just as we're leaving, which will allow us to get out scot-free and everybody else to like figure out how to deal with this fire that just started.
Maybe we could also be stuck there. Also, I just want to remind everyone, there's a bounty hunter who is looking for us and who like killed me like twice. And I want this to be I want no one to know that we were here. If we start blowing things up, then the bounty hunter's going to be like, oh, Press had that. Huh, Tabaxi, oh, that one guy, Jarfield. And then he's going to start putting things together and he's going to be on our trail.
Plus, we already blew up a building. It's like our thing.
Also, I'm
blow up a
regular
building here?
size.
Well, no, but in the past, we blew up a building. That's why he's chasing us.
Oh, yeah.
You're
he's-
not.
But he doesn't know that we are currently
This is
here, and I
halfling
feel like
size.
if we start blowing things up, it's gonna be like a big like, oh hey, they were here, so get on their trail. And I'd rather.
Well, how do
No,
you
not.
propose that we get this object from a bunch of people who don't want to give it to us?
Completely by stealth. I say we sneak in, we get it, we kill a couple people if we have to.
I do also have those scrolls too. Don't forget, maybe some of these spells that I have could help you and assist you.
How big is this item?
I don't know. I know it's just. I know that it can't be larger than getting through those doors. So it has to be smaller than that. It can't be huge.
Could it-
I'm assuming whatever it is, it's small, but I have not
Worst
seen
case,
it.
we could use
Could it be
if it's like big and heavy, we could have Chante do a wild shape to carry it out.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but also, I could, if it's small, I can be a little squirrel, get in there,
Absolutely.
put in my little squirrel cheeks, and then be like,
So you guys
Yeah.
can strategize. I will let you know the spell scrolls that I have. Don't forget with casting certain spells, you have to be, especially if they're scrolls, it can go wrong and you can lose the spell and they do not activate. There's a very specific way to use them. You need to be able to spell cast them already, but they do not take any slots, so that is good
Oh.
for you.
maybe we should split it up with me and Ikto here.
Yes, and you might want to strategize on who has the strongest will, especially if you do not already know the spell. So, as a DM, I'm going to let you know something very interesting about spell scrolls, okay? This is really interesting about them in general. They bear the words of a single spell written in, mystical cipher. If the spell is on your class spells list, you can read the scroll and cast the spell without any material components or using a scroll spell or using a spell slot. However, if the spell is on your class list but of like a higher casting ability, you have to make an ability check for it, and it can poof away. So
Along with the scroll forever.
along with the scroll, it just evaporates and you lose the spell. So just something good to know about these spells. Because some of you guys might have the ability to cast them and some of you might not. And I have everything listed who can cast it, so you guys can speak amongst yourselves who will have these scrolls and use them. She has, so she's just explaining this to you. She has Dispel Magic, a 3rd level spell. with a range of like 120 feet. You guys can look these up in D&D Beyond, the spell magic under spells. And the classes that can do this, according to this list and who you are, a bard, a druid, a paladin, and a sorcerer can do it.
All right.
So unfortunately, the only person who can't is little P at the moment.
Yeah, Charlene, you got a toilet here?
Yes, it is in a day hole in the back.
Oh, back you just.
She's not the
That's my pee.
spellcaster, is she?
She's not.
Yeah, but
and she's really insecure about it too. She probably just got really embarrassed.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
good, man. And embarrassment.
Also, we
makes
had
the
tacos
body.
on the way here.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
do it.
That's why we call her P. Sometimes you gotta pee.
So she has a dispel magic for you guys. So just note that. She also has a scroll of invisibility. I'm fairly certain that with that spell, let me look at the class list on that as well. But I know that Jarfield definitely has
Yeah.
it. It's
And
invisibility.
are these spells limited to like use on self, or like could we possibly have like me cast invisibility on someone else?
You could have them cast invisibility on someone else. This is
Okay.
like the creature you touch turns invisible. So with invisibility, it can be cast by a bard and a sorcerer. That's it. So it would have to be between the two of you guys as to who receives that.
But Jarfield, you already know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I already know how to do that. I'm feeling a little bit invisibility out. Like I maybe got one more shot of invisibility, kind of using my own abilities. But we could talk about it. Well, if we figure out the plan.
But with the scroll,
That
it
gives
would
us
probably
basically
be
a
easier
bonus.
for you to do it because you already kind of know the wirings of that spell.
Yeah.
And she
How many uses?
also is one use. And she's also
Nice.
explaining she strategically got these because of the plans and layout, how there can be magical enchantments that can't, like, you guys will have to be on your guard with, traps and things that could go off. She talks about like if anyone has like detect magic or magical abilities to activate like that, I think Eucalyptus might, you want to have those in your back pocket if you have it. She also has a scroll of lesser restoration. So that class that can cast that is Bard, Paladin, and that's it from this list with you guys.
Okay.
So,
Oh, druids can't?
and Druid. Thank you. And Druid.
What is it?
Lesser restoration, you touch a creature and can end either one disease or condition afflicting it, such as blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So she's
Cool.
trying to like give you guys things to be safe in case things go wrong.
Question about Dispel Magic. Is that AoE? Or is it area of
Dispel magic, I believe, has an area of effect. Let me double check that.
Like,
I think you
could
said
we go to the middle of the building
120.
and cast that?
You can cast it from 120 feet away, but I think it says you choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Got
So
it.
you'd have to like focus on, let's say it's a plate or, one person or one door. That's how you might be able to activate that dispel magic and drop it.
But it's also one effect. So if it's a magic effect going on, you could just. Okay.
It's good for trap disarmament.
Okay, here is a crazy idea. Jarfield, how nimble are you feeling?
I think I'm. Let's see. I think I'm feeling. I'm gonna say, real nimble.
Real nimble?
Nimble. Yeah.
Because what if we used Jarfield as a distraction to get guards out of the place? Don't we think that that would be a pretty big draw to get a lot of the people out of there? You could use invisibility, turn yourself invisible, be nimble and get away, and maybe try and circle back and meet up with us while they run away. I'm also willing to try and disguise myself as you and try doing it.
I do
But I
want
think
to
Doesn't
say
that
that could
alert them?
compromise the transaction.
Yeah. Like if they see that, if they
Yeah.
see that I'm there, they're gonna know that something's up, and they'll
But
just.
it could be a good escape plan. Because if you
Mhm.
already have the item and you need to get away, right? Then you can just do that and it'll create
And then we
a
split off.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a thought.
that might be a decent little getaway. We'll see.
I also have one last scroll
Cool.
for you, and I have it's Misty Step. So
Ooh.
Let me just double check who can cast Misty Step. So she's giving you guys 4
No.
scrolls, which is a lot. So in D&D, you often don't get more than 1 or 2. And that one is, just so you guys know, that is a bonus action, Conjuration cast. You essentially can teleport up to 30 feet away in a spot that you see. And that can be cast by a sorcerer. And it depends, I think, on what kind of druid you are. But if you're a certain sort of druid, you can cast it. You are what kind of druid are you?
I'm Circle of the Moon.
Okay, yeah. So only Circle of the Land can cast this. So
No.
you can't cast Misty Step. And then it depends on what oath Eucalyptus took as well. So do you know what oath you took as a paladin?
Oh, I forgot. Oh no.
Oh, wait a second. You can actually take this, and I'm not
Oath
gonna.
of devotion.
You generally couldn't, but you can, and you don't know why. You can. How about this happens? You look at the scroll, and there's a brief moment where you're like, "Oh, I can't cast this," and then suddenly you see the script, almost as what happened earlier with you being able to speak. You suddenly see the script right, and you can cast this.
Okay. I guess I can cast that. I don't know why.
Question, because I'm a warlock. Does that count as sorcerer?
Oh, so sorry, you're a warlock. This is a warlock can cast Misty Step. Yeah, as well.
Okay. I think that one might be cool for me to have, just because if I get to where I could teleport behind someone and Eldritch Blast them off a ledge, because my Eldritch Blast pushes people 10 feet. I love that. I love Eldritch Blast so much. I just can't wait to use it again. I think that's the only one necessarily that I think I would be able to get any benefit from. I think all the other ones are kind of Jarfield, Chante.
And then you
I
see you see a tomato and cheesy kind of snicker to one another, and that little gnome that you hate so much, tomato, cheesy. I know. He takes a step forward, and he goes, "Hey, I can help you guys also figure out if I go with you or not. You know those potions that Charlene's talking about? I might be able to figure out what they are if you want. She's got 2 of them. Pull them out the back."
Thanks, Cheesy. You're the best.
Listen, I don't want your compliments. I simply want your, skill sets here. And hopefully after this, we don't ever have to speak again if you don't like me. So it's fine.
But I do like you. I want to speak.
This guy's
again.
cool.
We all like you, Cheesy.
Listen, tell it to the
I haven't
judge.
decided if I like him or not.
Which
actually.
judge? Which judge are we talking about?
He's not listening. He's walking directly back.
The only judge is me, and my ruling is friendship.
He's walking directly back to the sort of vault that the little spinny safe they have, and he's opening it up.
So real quick, Dispel Magic would probably be a good Eucalyptus thing to have because she can detect magic. Let's see, Scroll of
But
Lesser
it's a 3. I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. Wait, no, I'm not.
But
It's above my.
with the scroll, you can still cast.
You can still do it.
It's just
Yeah.
you
Risky.
have to roll for it.
I know that. I'm saying, is that smart?
It's above all of ours.
Yeah.
Like no one.
okay.
We're all,
Yeah,
all the
we're all on the
spellcasters
same
are level
boat.
2, except for P. Sorry.
Scroll of
Spells
Lesser-
are boring and spells are stupid. I'm looking at the map and I got skills. You want to know my
If you
skills?
find any more animals, let me know. In
Oh,
the
I
map.
will. I got
found 2.
hands and I can use them and I can do a backflip. So whatever.
That's
read your
Listen to her.
skills.
I've seen it.
That's come in
I've seen
handy.
it.
Shante,
Yes.
I think
How are we
I
all-
think Scroll of Lesser Restoration is the only scroll that Shante can use.
I mean, I can use multiple ones, but yeah, the other ones are better for you guys.
And then I can just take the invisibility as like a bonus scroll.
Yeah. How are we each going to be entering this building? Because I don't think that we can all walk through the same door. I think that we'll have to find different ways in.
Also, wait, hold on. Do we know what Dispel Magic if it was good to, let's say, have a lot of wisdom, just a wise guy, because I'm pretty wise. I've lived a long time, like 25 years. Is Dispel Magic good for something like that, or do you need to have like a lot
It would be whatever spell casting ability you evoke from. So it would actually just be like if you are a spellcaster based on your wisdom, that would be it. If you are a spellcaster based on your charisma, it would be that.
So it might actually be it would actually be safer if someone with a higher wisdom or whatever you cast from were to do it. So I have a +4 wisdom. So it might actually be safer to use that.
I have a +7 charisma.
Can you
that's
cast
what
more?
I
And
can-
don't forget
yeah, that's what I
if
cast
this
from.
spell, because you would want somebody who can, if you guys have to make a roll in order to utilize these, because you don't have the sort of skill level that you need, then yeah, you're going to have to make a roll on these higher level spells.
I have a +6 charisma, so I feel like I'm
Oh, that's
fine.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
You'll be fine then. I think it's best that she has it with detect magic. She can just detect and dispel.
And so as you guys are talking, oh, sorry, Joey, go ahead.
Oh, I've just got like a +3 charisma, but I can already cast invisibility, so I feel like that doesn't matter, right?
It's up to you guys.
Alright.
Excuse me. I have an idea.
Great.
I know, Ikto, you don't think it's important that I'm here for this, but I am now, so maybe listen to me.
Absolutely.
I was thinking that, I mean, it's a little bit risky, but if you were to pretend to be that guard that you said you're going to pretend to be,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get the info from your brother, the guy who made the place, and then you actually go there as that person. He's pretty important, right?
Go there as the creator of 9 lives.
Well, you could walk. There's 14 guards. I bet you could
or
walk right to the front door.
You could go as that guard. You could just stay as that guard.
Yeah, his brother.
Or you could be the guy who built it. I don't know. But whoever, but the tricky thing is if that guard is already there. So if we kind of go early and you say you're that guy and you brought us for the entertainment and we're in costume, well, they will just be like, oh, okay, yeah, of course. And then
They're dancers.
And then
That's a good.
as the guy, when you're talking to your brother, you could find out little things about him so that you're better at convincing them that you're him.
Oh, they like liquor. They're bootleggers. They got a bunch of like illegal liquor that I stole. You can be like, hey, bro, I got you some whiskey. And then you just hand him it. Oh, yeah. I robbed him blind. I left him a little bit because I robbed him so much.
And you should even talk about how you were just robbed and that was crazy.
Yeah.
And
But don't talk about the hate speech that you have all over your walls, just because the brother might not know about it. But trust me, you have it there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
And
I
then-
trust Chante.
you could, but like I said, it's risky because that guy could already be there and they could be like, how could there be 2 of you? But at the same time, you could always be like, oh yeah, I came in, I had to go back out, I'm back in.
Well,
Because
guards
you could be in a different place.
No.
guards change every 2 hours. If we figure out their shift and we go at the end, and just as soon as the new guards come in, then he walks up and they don't know who's in there because the guards change every 2 hours.
No, which
And
which
then
Or we
you
could kill the
find
guard.
out from your brother, like you'd be like, I was thinking about changing my shift tonight, and then he could be like, oh, you don't want to do the early shift, and then you can find out what the shift is.
Or
Yeah.
what you could do is you could bring the birth certificate / death certificate that we've got,
Why
and
is
you
it
could.
a death certificate if
Well,
he's
yeah, I
not
don't know.
dead?
I don't know. That's just what we found. But yeah, you could bring it, and you could just say like, hey, if the other guy's there and you're disguised as him, you could say, hey, that guy's an imposter, and I've got my birth certificate as proof.
The death certificates are like family death certificates. Like it's like a little stack of paper, and it was like a
Oh.
family lineage.
Chante, you've already used Charm Person, haven't you?
Yeah, I have a level 1. I'm
And
pretty
as you
much
say
out, but I do have
that,
a level 1
as you
spell.
say that, you hear Cheesy chuckle as he comes back from holding the potions. He goes, charm person, that's not going to even matter anymore. Not with one of these little babies. You don't even know how strong this little one is. You see this little thing? You see how it's all purple and stuff, and it's got these little things in it that kind of like move around and kind of look cool? That's because it's stronger than your charm person. This little
There's-
potion here.
There is
don't-
nothing
that's-
redeemable about your character. I
Yeah,
just want even to
I-
I don't feel good about
I
like
personally-
drugging someone.
I want to hang out later with you. I think you're cool. We should hang out. You like back rubs?
I just,
Listen, I just want to let you know I actually did cast a spell though, and I know what this potion is now. It's a very high level spell that's inside of this thing.
What's the
So,
spell?
But
It's got something like it's called like a dominate mind control something. So essentially what you can do is you can like dominate somebody and like I think it's like let me see, like you charm them, you create like a telepathic link to them, and I think it lasts for like, you know, minute or so, but you can kind of just like essentially control somebody to your
That's
whims.
cool.
And like
I also have that thing where I can, if we did find the real guy and he came, I could just do my spell where I tell somebody what to do and they do it. So I could just say, go home and don't come back. And then he'll go home and not come
wait,
back.
that potion, do we have to make them drink it to feel the effects, or do we drink it and we get the ability to cast it?
And when you drink it, you can cast it. That's how it works.
Oh, got it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And how long does it last?
But ironically, this other potion doesn't quite work that way. What?
Oh,
It
how
lasts
long
for
does it
just
last?
a minute. It's a minute of you buying yourself some time with somebody. I mean, that's pretty good, right? And so he hands us. It's called a potion of mind control. Specifically,
Okay.
a potion of mind control on a human.
who
I just
all?
want to say, Cheesy, you really got it all going on. You don't have to be so defensive. Like, we get it. Like, you're
Hey, you want a
great.
back rub, dude? I'm digging it.
You don't know
digging
what
this
I've seen. You don't
confidence.
know me. We don't gotta pretend to be like we're friends. I'm here
But we
simply
could be friends.
Suggestion from a person with a hole.
Look, hey Cheesy, what's
Take it or leave it.
what's your real name? We usually make up fun nicknames for people, but I want to get to know you, and I would like to know your real name.
My name is Cheesy. Didn't she tell you last time that we're given names and now my real name is Cheesy? I thought we all talked about this. You know, you guys gotta be better listeners. You know, this is the reason why I'm choosy with the people that I decide to engage with.
You're cheesy
know?
with the people that you choose to engage with. You're cheesy with them.
What's the other
got-
potion do?
we got a
Ikto, you
big
should be really happy. You're cute.
We-
Pretty good.
We
Fuck,
got a
that's good.
big cheesy smile out of you.
All right. Well,
What's
the other potion.
do? And do you want back rub?
So the other potion, you gotta be a little bit more strategic with. You gotta get somebody who's quick on the feet. Maybe can hide behind people like little one, like over here. I can say little because I'm little too. Okay. So the little one over here, you can hide behind them. You hide behind butts. And this one is a potion of poison. So if you like put it in a drink, you put it in someone's like, I don't know, meal, you're gonna poison them, which is pretty good. Might help
Okay.
disarm somebody.
So I've noticed that there's this tea room, and which could possibly be a meeting spot, and that's where like servants enter. Do we think maybe one of us should try and be disguised as a servant?
I think that's a smart
Maybe-
idea.
Well, I think Chante can fly into the terrace where the dogs are. If you could just fly
No,
there.
I
and
can't. I
then turn your
can't fly,
dog
but I
around.
can be a dog.
Be
You haven't
careful
seen a
being a
bird yet?
dog here. There's only one known dog, as Cheesy's like, that's the big protector Odin. You know, like you don't want to get too many dogs going. I mean, dogs
Yeah.
are, you know, they have dogs, but only the elites have them. But you gotta be careful because if you have too many dogs and they're barking, they're gonna make Odin, you know, you can't contest Odin's power. in the
Oh,
city.
I just wanna
Odin!
say-
If we give him a little bit of this mind control, we can control Odin.
I just want to say
For a
that
minute.
for the record, I used to not like dogs, but then everybody told me that like that was racist, and now I've thought about it, and I think Odin's. I don't like him specifically for the purposes of who he is and not what he is. I think dogs are great. I just don't like that dog.
We are not here for your therapy moment. We need to figure this out. We're getting
Oh.
into this place. So let's just.
Cheesy, are you
whatever.
here for my therapy moment?
Oh, you can go fuck yourself.
I
Oh,
love it.
Charlene, are you here for my therapy moment?
Charlene just like slowly like strokes your head and just like,
Oh,
Jarfield.
purr.
Oh God.
I'm
Purr,
glad you're
purr.
working through
Slow
your
blink,
things.
Slow
I'm
blink.
so
slow
glad.
Blink,
PDA.
slow blink. Slow blink.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Here. I can't be here.
I don't like seeing other people get it when I can't.
All right, I'm going to.
Tomato
I'm-
just grunts in agreement, like with the eucalyptus scene.
Can we get out of here now? Can we just do? I can't be in this room
We
anymore. Can we
can't.
just go do this crime and
I'm
leave?
gonna take a nap because, look, I
You're
need
grumpy.
no. Excuse you. I have reasons to be how I'm feeling. It's not like, so don't come to me with like, oh, you must be PMSing Eucalyptus. Because by the
that's
way,
not at all
elves
what I was
only do
just
that
saying.
like twice a year because I don't ovulate that often.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I can have sex as much as I want and not worry about children, because it's very rare that an elf has children. So if that's why you won't have sex with me, I just want you to know that there's no, you don't have to worry about that. But then also my point is I need to take a nap because, not because I'm cranky or on my period or whatever, but because I want to make sure I can save your butt if you get hurt like you usually do. And so maybe have some respect.
Ikto's misogyny aside, I think Eucalyptus, one, I'm really appreciating this vibe she's got going on. I love it. This is great. I think she's right. We should all just take a little nap, or just her and I, whatever.
Do whatever you want.
And just so
I don't care.
On your short rest, which you can activate with 1 hour of like resting or, you know, napping or just like eating food and relaxing, you can roll your hit dice to get, like, if you've been hurt or damaged or anything in any way, you can use those stored hit dice that are, you know, I think you guys can all see it potentially under character sheets.
I can also do Song of Rest that gives everybody an extra hit dice to roll.
But don't you need a rest too?
Nah, I'm good.
Now, an interesting thing about a short rest versus a long rest. A long rest recharges your full spell slots and gets you back to full hit points. A short rest, when you take it, you have a stored amount, usually it's per level, of hit dice that you can use. Sometimes in battles, especially battles that might be over the course of a few hours, you might only want to use as many hit dice as you need, because let's say you're in this battle or you know, running through this area and you guys all get hurt, and you want to be able to hide in some closet for an hour and use that other hit dice, you know, or you find out maybe that the transaction's happening later and you can spend an hour like resting and recovering. There's a strategy, right? You kind of don't want to use up all your hit dice sometimes beforehand, and sometimes you want to have a couple to lean on if you're able to find a safe place to recover. So I just want to note that, because sometimes newer players don't know that.
I don't know what a hit dice is.
So it should say it on your character sheet, which is the beautiful thing about this. And I'm going to open up well, I already have it open, but I'm going to open up this campaign again. And we're just going to make sure that I can point out where it is for you very quickly. We all use D&D Beyond here, you guys, because it's fun sometimes using fun technology, but you can also use paper stuff. So on your character sheet, there should be a little section that says what the hit points you have are.
I see the hit points, but I don't see hit dice.
Yes, usually it's per level, and then it's
Is it under racial traits? Yeah, it's under class features.
Oh, is that where
so
it
go
is?
to features and traits. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Or wait, no, hold on. I read that wrong. Sorry, I read things wrong. On D&D Beyond,
Usually I would suspect that it's under hit points, but I don't see it.
I don't see it
Oh,
either.
here it is. If you click on short rest, if you click on the button that says short rest, and it will say how many you have. So it's usually per level you have that many, but then it tells you what die you roll, and that is based on your class. So I just clicked on short rest for Eucalyptus, and I do see that it says 1d10, and you have a total of 3. So you can use up to 3. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And so I roll the d10, and I can do that 3 times.
Up to 3 times.
Up to 3 times,
Exactly.
but the d10 will tell me how many points I get.
Exactly. And don't forget also from Eucalyptus, you have another thing that recovers during your short rest, which says reset maximum HP changes during this rest. So you get your Sacred Oath back, which is great.
The thing is, like, I'm feeling hot as shit. I don't feel like I need to rest at all.
Well, you can do whatever the hell you want.
I don't know how that
does
factors
anybody-
into Jarfield doing magic flute spells. I'm just trying to think about it that way.
Yeah, is anybody who here is not of perfect health?
Me, but I'm fine.
I'm going to take a nap. I've made that decision.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to, for the next hour, I'm gonna hang out here and Song of Rest for anybody that needs it. I think in the meantime, Ikto, we should probably do that thing where you disguise and go find the thing with the guy. P, it might not be a bad idea for you to like slink in the shadows and basically just like shadow him just in case he needs help.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Chante, you should probably rest too, unless there's another thing that you'd rather do.
Oh, I'm about to die.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's.
Okay, so Chante definitely needs to take the hour and roll those hit dice. So
It says.
I'm so sorry. What were you gonna say?
Sorry, it says in D&D Beyond, recover wild shape, reset maximum HP changes during this rest. What does that mean?
Reset maximum HP changes.
I
during
have
stress.
that too.
To be completely honest with you, I don't know. But for me as a dungeon master, if somebody in chat knows, that's cool. Let me know. So in the next game we play, maybe I'll be able to implement it. But it might say that you have to have like max HP to get those back. I don't believe that's fair. So what I'm going to say is you can recharge that wild shape if you short rest, and you can. So just click that button. Just make sure you click that button so it does reactivate it and recharge it on your character sheet. And then again, use as many hit dice as you want, but don't forget, if you use up all those reserves later on, you may not have hit dice to roll if you want to potentially recover for an hour. Okay? All right, you guys. So Ikto is currently taking a brief moment. As I'll narrate what happens as you guys are getting ready for.
He's turned invisible.
Invisible. As you guys are getting ready. So Chante and Eucalyptus, the two of you guys get escorted over to some cots in the room in order to rest or recover, and they do give you those bars to have a meal. P, yeah, you go over to this like rug that looks like that's shaped a little bit like I hate to admit it, but it's shaped a little bit like a little bit of a Jarfield blurmal thing going on here. It's got more blurmal in it, but like for some reason you see like a little bit of a Jarfield on this punching bag. Like you just get the vibes. So you're just kind of like prepping and getting your punching going. And then Ikto, you are going to go with P, right? And Jarfield, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to play Song of Rest to help out my friends Chante and Eucalyptus, which means that if they use a hit die, they get an extra 1d6 hit points back.
Cool.
So to make sure you roll that extra 1d6 for each hit die you roll. That's a huge
This is the
buff.
for each.
This is a D10,
I believe so.
right?
Yeah. Oh, that's such a pretty die. Yeah.
Oh,
Yay.
thanks.
Oh my god, I love it. Alrighty. So Jarfield, you play a beautiful tune. What's the song of rest that you're playing for your friends here?
The song I'm playing is gonna be, I'm gonna say, let's see, what's a popular song right now?
Sail Away With Me by Dolly Parton.
Olivia Rodrigo's Drivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hello with me by Dolly Parton. I'm gonna say, wait, you said say hello with me?
No, sail away with me.
So it's gonna be Heal Away With Me by Kitty Parton.
Love it. So you're jamming out on your flute, your pan flute. And then eventually you guys are all able to kind of relax and rest up and recover. Meanwhile, Ikto and P are going to go and do some reconnaissance. So the two of you guys know the very specific location as to where this person potentially could live. At 3rd and 75th, which is a little bit of a walk from here. You guys aren't particularly close. So as you guys are going on your way, do you want to do anything? You can tell me when you transform Ikto and when you're planning this out.
Quick discussion about tactics for this little portion. That might be good. Hey P,
Ikto.
what's
We're
up?
alone. We're alone now, right? We've walked away. We're on
I think
our
so.
way.
I hope
Okay.
so.
Question.
What's up?
Do you not want to have sex with Eucalyptus because you're in love with her? Because I remember earlier, like someone was talking about how you were in love with Eucalyptus. I overheard it, and I'm like a little.
Oh,
Is that why?
I was hoping that maybe maybe you and I could talk about strategy for right now. I was hoping, maybe.
Well, fine. you can answer. Just, I'll take this as the answer, actually. So yeah, let's talk about strategy.
Whoa, okay, fine. No, we're not gonna talk. What are you talking about? Sex with Eucalyptus? Who
I
brought
heard that you were
up?
in love with Eucalyptus, and is that why you don't have sex with her as this hot guy?
Who said I was in love with her?
Someone said it. I can't remember. I just kind of accepted it.
I said it right before I died one time because I thought that'd be really funny if it was like the last thing I ever said to someone was like, "Hey, I loved you," and then I died, and then they were like, "Whoa!" I just thought it would be like a funny trick.
Sure. Okay, let's just go into tactics. This has gotten weird. I'm uncomfortable.
Okay,
now.
thank you. What do we want to do? I'm gonna disguise myself as the guy's brother. I'm gonna talk to him, but maybe if there's a way for you to like go around back and just watch in case like things go right. Something just tells me that I'm gonna disguise myself as this guy's brother, and then his brother's gonna walk in, and we're just gonna have to kill them both.
I mean, let's. Okay. 2 plans. What do you mean go around back? Where the hell do you want me to go? Are we not going to the entrance? I was gonna just put my hood on and follow you in the shadows.
Oh, does that work? That's
that was
cool.
My full plan.
I was thinking, so we're like going to his house. So I was thinking like if I go in front, I'm like, "Hey brother, what's up, man? Brought you an egg salad sandwich," something like that. And then you come around back and you just like peek in the windows with the hood on in the shadows, like you said. And we just play it by ear, and I'll try and get some info, and then you can absolutely murder someone silently and quietly if we need that to happen.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Oh, as you guys
and you can do a backflip too.
I could do several backflips.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If you could like kill him and then just do a back tuck, I'd clap. I'd clap for you. So.
Don't clap because it'll give away that you are. Yeah.
Okay, I won't clap.
So as you guys are making your way to this section of town, one thing you do notice most definitively is that the coloration of the sort of metallic and stone structures that you guys have seen here are going from that sort of really industrial and kind of old looking copper and just the stones kind of falling to pieces and graffitied to like a much nicer area of town. It's becoming a bit more glistening. It seems to be more chromatic. The sheen and the shine is that of like more like steel, and things here don't look like they're falling apart as much. You actually do see, though there is no green grass or anything, you see like manufactured or fake topiaries made of like metal and glass. This particular section of town is getting a lot more refined looking. And I will also say you guys are definitely going up. Like you guys are on or were around like the 45th area, and you kind of ran horizontally, but this is going straight, like you're going straight vertical here, and your legs and your thighs are getting a workout. You're really feeling it in your quads. Like it's steep, but you're going to a nice area of town.
I hate rich people. Oh, I hate rich people. Power to the proletariat, you know what I mean?
Dude, I am so strong. I am barely feeling this in my ass right now. I am incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm on fire right now. I don't know what this is like making me realize I'm very out of shape. I should probably be doing squats or something on my downtime.
I do squats like before bed, but you can join me to do squats.
Really? Anytime I do squats, I feel like I'm doing them wrong. You know, like I feel like maybe my legs are too close or my butt's going too far back, my chest is going forward.
As you guys are talking, you can also catch that this area of town is a lot more desolate than the more crowded area of town that you guys originally came from, the lower docks. This area has very refined people walking around it. You see these beautiful gowns. You see children with like little umbrellas playing tags with kids who look like they're just freshly washed and clean. Everybody here looks a little, for better lack of words, like they don't leave this area of town, or they're not familiar at all with things that happen outside of it. It's very enclosed, and people do seem a little avoidant of you, as if they don't know you and you're in their neighborhood, but they don't seem to bring it up or anything. They just kind of keep their distance from you guys as you guys are walking through, and you are getting very close to where you need to be.
There's not a lot of people here, but it's really nice.
Good thing
That
we're here to
screams
clean.
wealth inequality.
We've come to clean. That's why we're here. In case anyone's
It's already
listening.
clean. I feel
How do
like
you think it gets cleaned? Do you think it self-cleans? Do you think it's like a vagina? It's not. There's no
I don't think it's a very attractive guard cleaning it.
It's a good... Shut up.
Okay, sorry.
As you guys are walking, you finally hit this building, and it's kind of pressed up against a stack of them, these sort of apartment-looking complexes that have these grandiose, beautiful windows. And when you come upon this area of town, you can tell it's very well architectured and designed. Everything, though probably built in the same span of time, has its own little refined touches. You see trellises, and you see beautiful overhangs with those glass flowers and glass leaves that kind of hang over the entrances of the home. Everything here, though built with sort of like a beautiful sheen granite stone, is also reinforced with that really gorgeous chrome and steel structure. So you're getting these very large statement buildings as you're approaching them, and each one again has its own character. Eventually you get in front of the home that seems to be the home of maybe this person you're looking for. Most distinctly, the architectural designs of this home seem to be a bit more implemented. There's a lot more of the features that seem unique, and it would make sense if this person is some sort of designer.
All right. Okay.
God, it's
so
pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's like wild how pretty this is. This guy's good. It's gonna suck if we have to kill him, because it's like he's a talent.
Yeah, but like everything else in town sucks. I don't care that much.
Yeah, it's like why not use your skills to better the lesser people of the town?
Wow,
you know?
that sounded
You know what I mean?
great. That sounded so
Yeah,
good.
I'm sorry.
What
I
a
forget
fucking
just
pitch.
words sometimes. How about this? How about you go around back? I'm gonna wait like 30 seconds, switch my disguise over to his brother, and then we can get to knocking. You know?
As you guys are looking, you do catch that unlike the other areas of town where all of the other structures are pressed together, literally like step by step, this does have a little bit more of like an alleyway behind it, as if there is more space for folks to capture light or have room to kind of essentially explore. It's not like a ton of stretch of like outdoor space, but it's nice.
Is
very
it like single story?
Brooklyn-esque. Oh no. This is like at least everything here is quite tall. I would say this is probably a 4-story home, maybe 5 stories.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not super wide, but it's very tall.
Do you think maybe you could somehow like do some acrobats to try and get up and enter from the top while I just kind of distract them, and you just make your way down the house and see if there's anything useful while I'm kind of distracting them? You know what I mean?
What the hell am I finding that's useful? I
don't know. This guy looks rich. Maybe some plans for the thing that we don't already have. I don't know. I'm also gonna ask him questions about that.
Okay, I guess so. You're saying I'm not gonna watch your back. We're both gonna snoop, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm gonna be talking, but how about if I say,
I can't watch your back if I go in.
Let's think of like a word, and I can like yell it really loud. I can cast prestidigitation and make it like really loud so you can definitely hear it. But it could be like if I'm like, graham crackers. That means like, hey, get your butt down here. I need help.
So you're watching my back.
No. I think you'd be chilling up there. I'd be talking to this guy, and then you know what? We can just do the normal plan. You just go around.
Let's do this plan.
Really?
Yeah.
As you guys are talking, you guys are walking through and kind of, you can't really stop and talk because eyes will potentially look on you here. So you're kind of talking and slowly walking forward to his home. You do enter and step underneath this beautiful gate out in front of it, this gorgeous iron rod gate done in gorgeous scroll work design. You step underneath this trellis with all those glass flowers, and as you enter the front, it's small, but there's a quaint front courtyard. There is this beautiful fountain with this woman kind of looking up with a gorgeous lily in her hand, and it's just spurting out water from this lily and cascading down into this like glass mosaic fountain. And you see this gorgeous big door right in front of you that's a double door that does have that sort of gorgeous chrome shine to it, with sort of inlaid or recessed squares. It's just a beautiful door. And you guys are standing here, and as you're looking at it, and as you're getting a little bit of an understanding of the building, I want you both to roll a quick perception check for me.
18 plus 2.
6 plus 1, 7.
Okay. Yeah, he's a little like too into this woman. Like she's like very shapely and she's beautiful and like it's a gorgeous design. So I'm like, you're admiring the art and you're also admiring the form. Like her thighs are thick and like, you're like, but damn, like she obviously worked out, whoever the model was for this.
Strong model.
But Ikto, you do catch a couple things. All of the windows here seem to be reinforced with steel. They don't look like they're easy to open, as well as the design of this building is made in a way, very intelligently designed, where it is almost, in a weird way has almost like a slide-like element to it. You would have to really look at the angle of it, but trying to climb up it would be really hard to do because it is so slick. Like there's not like a lot to grab onto and climb up. You do believe that there might be a back entrance behind this alleyway area. The one thing that this trellis and these sort of like gorgeous like pergola perched beside does provide is shade and coverage. And with the doors being as big as they are, you feel like he could hide in the shadows and potentially get through that front door. You think right now that might be the best option.
Hey, P, you know how I like the hallway here? I was like, let's plan. Screw all that. You're just gonna hide in the shadows, walk through the front door with me. Look at how big that is. I was dumb for me to.
Well, I've been thinking about it. Like, what if how far is the alley from the house? Can I Jackie Chan my way up?
Like jump from one wall to another? It's pretty slick. And I'm not trying to doubt you by any means, because I know I've seen you do backflips, Pete. They're impressive.
I know, I can do a backflip.
But this is like a slick, like it looks like something from like the future kind of. It's really like slippery metal, and I feel like our best option will be just to have you just kind of hide and go through the front.
As you guys are talking, you suddenly hear a voice from inside the building go, "Oh, what's that? Oh, there's guys at the front door. Oh, there's guests at the front door."
I quickly use my disguise kit to look like the one guard.
Disguise kit takes an hour, so
No.
I thought you were gonna
beautiful
cast
guard.
yourself. You stay as the beautiful guard.
I'm just gonna be a beautiful guard.
Well, don't forget, I did say everybody had 1 hour to decide what they needed to do, right? So if you needed it to be that way, we could also say that you spent, as you were walking, and this is probably getting towards the end, we'll say that you look like the guard for the sake of time. But that's a thing to keep in mind. It takes 1 hour for you to use that disguise kit. Don't ever forget.
Got it. So yeah, I was doing that the whole way over. We retcon the story. We're good.
Yeah. I think Ikto would know that though.
Yeah.
Such bullshit, Ikto, but whatever. I'm hopping into the darkness now because I heard that.
Okay.
I'm in the darkness.
So yeah, you hear, "Oh, there's somebody at the door," and he like flings it open, like very grandly, and you see this gorgeous hallway and this massive, gorgeous spiral marble staircase that leads up, and chandelier that is just glistening from the sunlight coming in. As he takes a moment, he pushes forward the doors and he goes, "Greg, why are you showing your face here?"
Well, why am I showing my face here?
And you see this man who has this like shock white hair that goes all the way back and like kind of trails all the way down to his butt. He's wearing these gorgeous, gorgeous robes. He's got a very like soft, like sweet looking face. He looks very squishy. And he seems to be a little, for better lack of terms, wearing a lot of jewelry. He seems really eccentric. Like really eccentric, like wearing like glass orbs like that are just dangling from his neck. Like he's got this necklace with all these glass orbs that are all over. He's got earrings that like are like making little bell sounds as he's talking, and he's wearing these bracelets that are just jangling. He's just very ornate. "Greg,
Yes.
What? Why did you come to my door?
I came to see you.
Greg,
Because,
you forsaked me many years ago.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, here's the thing. Today I kind of had a run-in with some bad people down at the docks.
Oh, come in.
Okay,
For some tea or something. Come on.
I'm coming in.
This
I
way.
slip in quietly.
Okay, so yeah, make a quick stealth check for me, P.
Oh.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Oh!
Oh my God, y'all are rolling high. I hope it's the same can go for when, other things are happening.
Yeah.
But P, you tell me how you phase into the wall in the shadows. You describe it.
They're going in, and I'm super quiet, and I slip into the shadow, and then as they're shutting the door, I just slip right into the door, and then there's a little coat rack, and I'm immediately behind the coat rack.
Yeah, and you almost like also get a little bit of a head, but like there's a bunch of sculptures that line this main hallway that he's bringing Ikto down currently, and like you almost perfectly like do the statue thing, as like they pass you, so you're able to like pretend to be a statue. You guys pass, and you are not making a sound on this floor. So this person who's probably George, brings you over to a table to have some tea in the back area. It's this beautiful kitchen. Again, very gorgeous marble, steel kitchen, just refined, very cold, but he doesn't seem to have other people in the house. It seems to just be this guy. As he sits you down and he boils a little bit of tea, and he keeps hushing you before the tea is happening. He's like, me, I need my tea before we talk. So
Right.
he, gets the tea ready, and he places
coffee.
He places the tea down before you, and there's an awkward beat as he kind of looks into his tea. He goes, I just didn't ever think you'd come back. The whole
I didn't
family
either.
has missed you, Greg.
Yeah.
Ever since the days you left to go work at the wall. It's like you had so much potential. You were a great opera singer. Whatever happened to you?
Well, when you find a leader that you love and that you trust, sometimes you're willing to put them above family. But I think at this point, I'm at a point where, I've risked life and limb, and I want to. I've got a list of people that I'm just going through, and I'm trying to make right by them, and you're on that list.
Well, that's fair and fine. What brings you here then? You're running away from something. Obviously, you put yourself into trouble. Is your family? Do they need money? You always just say it. I can be by myself. I don't need my family. I'm gonna create my own destiny. I'm gonna be a servant. I'm gonna work my way up in the gods. When you could have just come to us and we could have snapped our fingers for you.
Yeah, but you know me. I love to work hard. I don't want that inherited wealth. I want to earn it myself. Which really cool thing happened today. So after my whole scary situation at the dock, they said they liked me a lot. They said that I did a great job, and they want me to work at the 9 Lives tonight. And so it's like what?
You got to be of a certain sort of caliber to work at the 9 Lives. I designed it. I mean,
You don't think
Greg.
I'm of a, what do you think about the 9 Lives I can't handle?
Well, I mean, I as a family member of yours, I'm impressed that you made your way to that rank of guardian in order to get to the 9 Lives. I'm not judging you. I'm just simply saying I'm shocked that you made it to that level.
Working the 9 Lives isn't that hard. I feel like the 9 Lives probably does a lot of the work for you with all the, magic and all the different rooms and stuff in it. And
oh, stop it! You're making me blush with my. I missed this.
You did a great job with it.
Oh, I did.
You've done a great job with all of the upper part of the city. What's your favorite part of the 9 Lives, would you say?
Okay, I want you to roll a quick persuasion check for me.
Got it.
To see if you can get him to open up about this.
Got a 2 + 7. Got a 9.
All right. As this is happening, he kind of you ask him what his favorite part of the 9 Lives is, and he goes, to be honest with you, it's a private matter between me and my clients. You know, my favorite part of the 9 lives, as a god, you're not gonna even need to worry. You're gonna be only on the outside anyway.
You know,
Don't worry about it.
This is exactly why I forsook you so many years ago. I don't know what the past tense of that word is, and don't make fun of me for it. You always made fun of me for not being as smart as you. You think that I'm below you, and so you can't tell me the secrets of your buildings and stuff. I can only.
Is that how you really feel?
That's how you make me feel.
Oh.
You break my heart, brother.
Or you roll a deception check.
What is that? Oh, that's a nat 20. Woo! Nat 20 plus 7.
A fat nat. Okay. All right. As you're saying this, tears start to well in his eyes as he's looking down at this chamomile tea. That you can see the steam rising above and tickling his nose, and he sniffs and he goes, "It's the tea. It's not you. It's a hot tea. It's hurting my face. It's not you."
Hey, you're okay. You're okay. I'm sorry, I lashed out. I've had a lot of time to think, and there's a lot of things that I've wanted to say over the years, and I feel like I just lashed out because I felt insulted. I was always interested in what you did, and I'm always wanting to hear more about it.
Okay, well, if you're really looking here to build, you know, a bond here, which I appreciate, then what do you want to know? I'm here to open up to you like a little clam.
I don't know, like
out of its shell. 1 second,
of...
Greg. Let me talk. You're my host.
Yeah.
So it's like a little clam, and it opens up, right? And now, when this clam opens, there can be a pearl inside or nothing, right, Greg? Right.
Right. Yeah.
But there's a pearl inside of me, and I need you to take that pearl and put it in your hand. And I really need you. I really need you to be delicate with it moving forward. So what I'm trying to say is, can we go back to seeing each other at least once a week? Can you make that promise for me if I'm really going to open up? Okay.
How about twice a week? You know, you
that's
come
even
over,
better.
see the family, see the kids.
Yes.
You know, I'll make you
I don't
dinner.
even know what your children look like. It's been years.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, it has been.
Crazy. We gotta. I'm gonna make myself better for you. You know.
Okay, great. I got a bunch of guest rooms. You can come over anytime. They've just been sitting there. I have like 14 of them, and they're just empty.
Wow.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
You know, I just think that's such a marvelous building from the outside, but the inside is probably where the real beauty is. You know, what do you think is most interesting about that? What are some of your favorite things that you made for that one? What are you proudest of? You know.
So he goes on with such a good role. He goes on and he starts to give you a little bit of insight into the design of the 9 lives. He talks about how many years it took and how the designs had to keep getting restructured because Blurmel specifically contracted the 9 lives, which is interesting since it's like the meeting ground, and Blurmel kind of oversaw the printing press, which he also designed. He's kind of like the town architect for all of the big major projects. But Blurmel kept making it so there was very specific traps for anything of like a feline ability or agility. And then he also made it so there's only one room accessible by cats, which was kind of weird because there's no other cats in town except for Blurmel, but I guess he wanted a private location. So he gives you that. The area that is only for cats has this sort of hidden eagle that watches over the front of it. And that there's this gorgeous sort of gem within the eagle eyes, and it's a magical eagle. So if you walk in front of it, the trap will activate. So it kind of talks a little bit about that and how that's the access point for like a secret room that only Blurmel wanted. But he doesn't go much further than that. He also tells you that within certain rooms, like the music room, there's like secret doors. So he talks about that. But he said that he can't remember if it's a music room anymore because the plans changed so much. He's like, it might not be a music room. He's kind of getting all over the place with that. He mentions that, God, he's really going into deep description with that nat 20 shit. You also find out that within several rooms, like the art room, there's enchanted pictures. So there's like secret pictures that have like hanging tapestries and paintings that each have they're not like dangerous, but they each have their own magical element. Like one of them you can jump into and sleep in for a night, and no time passes. So it's like you can jump into the painting and sleep.
Wow.
There's another one of those, it's like a moving tapestry, and it'll tell you like stories. Sometimes it can tell you stories of the past, present, or future, but you kind of like, it's only when it wants to. So there's like some sort of way to activate it. He doesn't quite understand. He says he commissioned it by a very, very pronounced wizard that once made their way through town. Another thing he mentions is that in one of the, let me see, the billiard room, as well as the billiard room and the study. In the billiard room and the study, there are, depending on how things play out, there are active weaponry and enchanted armor and tables that come to life and fight. So he is like describing the sort of intricate designs and all of this about this space. And then he says, most interestingly, that he feels that whoever oversees the 9 Lives, like he knows that Blurmel designed it and that it's kind of like Tom Starbuckle's hangout with like the elite. He said that, he says that the library on the 2nd floor, because there's like an armor room, and he says, oh yeah, there's some enchanted armor in there. And he talks about all that. And then he says in the library, that's kind of the main meeting point. Like all of the most important go up to that 2nd room, because it looks like a library, but then it's actually not. He says like you take all of the bookshelves and you just hit this button and they all become like these massive tables and couches, and it becomes this really cool meeting ground. So.
Wow, you really are an amazing architect. That's profound. I can't believe that we're from the same cloth, you know?
I know.
Wow.
Greg, we are two ducklings, and you're like the ugly one and I'm not. And I feel that we in life sometimes lose sight of, it's not about being a duckling, it's about being brothers. It's about being brothers. It's not just being us, you know? Just like just being in each other's lives.
Yeah. Whoa, that's profound. That's great. That's awesome.
As this is happening, P, can I have you roll an investigation check? As I'm assuming you are walking around trying to find things of importance and use.
8.
You go through these main rooms and you try to pry things up from their spaces, but they're all bolted down. Everything's bolted down because they're heavy, they're made of marble, or it's really heavy metal. So you're doing your best. One thing I will say that you notice is like he talks about rooms in the upstairs foyers, and so you kind of like very delicately go up. You realize that there's a couple of like there's weird sheen here too, so you're getting a little bit nervous about if there's traps as well in his home. Can I have you roll a quick perception check?
Yes.
You can.
9.
9. Okay. So you're taking a beat, you're kind of like walking up, you're like doing your thing, and you don't know how this happens, but your foot steps on something and you're like an electrical current goes through your body. You only take 1 point of lightning damage as this is happening, but you kind of take a moment and you freeze for a second, and whatever this device was, it almost locks your body and paralyzes you. So you're just sitting there as like the shock goes up your body, and for like a whole minute you're just on a staircase wide open, just like frozen on the staircase, hoping that Ikto is keeping up, you know, the conversation. And from what you can tell, you can hear that he is. And almost right on cue, you can hear that their conversation's ending as their tea is finished. And you can kind of hear George trying to escort Greg out because he has like other plans and work he needs to do, but he's so glad that their bond has been recreated. And right in time, because again, you did roll an nat 20 as well on yourself, you like unfreeze from your paralyzation and you're able to kind of slink back into the shadows as you can hear them talk on their way out. So we'll just get a glimpse of that. Oh, I'm so glad. But again, I'm sorry that I have to kick you out. I have work to do, but seeing you, Greg, is just, it's giving me the family juice that I need.
Say, what are you doing on Middle Monday?
You don't want to hang out on Mondays. That's so...
I absolutely want to hang out on Monday.
Thank you. Usually my days for extensive therapy, but I would much rather hang out with you.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's do it. I'm not doing anything anymore. Well, you can come here, okay?
Okay, yeah. I'll be here Middle Monday. Let's say, 4 p.m.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go write that down right now on my calendar upstairs. I love you, brother. I love you. And he gives you like a bunch of kisses on your face, as he pats you on your head and like starts to rush up his grand staircase and then like goes toodaloo, and runs back up.
Toodaloo.
And you can see P in the shadows kind of slink up by you.
Come on. Let's go.
Stop talking. We're still sneaking. Shut up.
Shh, let's go.
I'm coming.
And you guys make your way out, heading back to your group that is now sleeping. And as you guys are about to step into the unknown, we're going to take a quick break there, you guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back in a second after the break. Cool. back, you guys. Thanks for hanging out for break. I hope you had a nice break. Whatever you did there, I hope it was break worthy. Let's pick up where we left off, which is Ikto and P having just walked into the house of George Johnson, the architect of 9 Lives, getting as much information as they could after kind of playing some fun games, looking like his brother that you guys had earlier robbed. You guys make your way back to the small sort of hole in the wall that your friends have been resting in and recovering in, recharging in, knowing that you likely only have 2 hours or around there, maybe a little bit more, to continue strategically planning or getting the items you need. But Ikto and P, you have re-entered the room. Charlene's a little dead.
And health.
Wow.
One heal away, I did the song.
Jarfield, I am just so moved by your artistic ability. I feel like you've gotten a stronger voice. Your hands are more agile. I saw them moving around the uke. I noticed.
Oh, he's got agile hands.
Oh, thanks, Chante. Thanks Charlene. I do have very agile hands.
Maybe you can use them at dinner later to eat your food.
Oh, I will. Okay. So what did you find out? Are you still alive? What happened?
Oh, yeah,
we're dead.
We're
fucking dead, obviously.
Right away, you hear Cheesy go, I knew it! I freaking knew it! I knew it that they were dead. And tomato.
No,
Wait,
we're
are you
not.
ghosts?
She was being sarcastic. Stupid. Anyways, I learned quite a bit. I feel like I've probably messed that family up at this point. Just by the way, I just want to say that. But yeah, he told me a lot about it. He's very trusting. The art room apparently is maybe a place where they have. The art room is like once you walk in, it's there and it has like magic paintings. And there's one where you can apparently go in it and rest for a long time without any time passing. You can jump into the painting. It's
did
insane.
did he tell you what the painting looks like?
No.
Ah, darn it. Did you ask?
Yeah.
Figure it out. Run at the paintings until you go into one. It's not that hard.
There's apparently another one that if it feels like it, it will tell you a story of the past, present, or future. And it's like, whoa.
Maybe
Anyways.
the paintings are like, maybe they have like, labels.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't ask more. Okay. Apparently there's a lot of traps that have been made that are specifically for like cats and agility and stuff. So I think we'll have to be careful if Jarfield does go in. Well, I feel like Jarfield's gonna have to go in because of this next part.
Oh,
There's
I had a
apparently a room that can only be entered by a cat. And there's like a gym or there's something in there, and there's like it's the room. If you look at the blueprints, it says something, the eagle that watches over the other gyms. It's like that room. I think.
Oh, got it.
I have a question though.
I had a dream.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that give it away that he's a cat? Like, is that how they find out who's really a cat?
Maybe.
I had a dream. So full disclosure, I'm sober, so if I get a little murdery, I apologize. But so this person visited my dream. It doesn't matter who. But basically, I need to bring in. Well, they didn't say Jarfield, but it was this like blob. It was furry and it had little cat ears. It was like.
Oh, that does sound like me.
Yeah, immediately thought of you. But I was thinking, now that you say that, I can wild shape into a cat as well. So I can go in there with him. We just have to find a way to get him in undetected. But I can go in there with him to protect him. And that way there's 2 people in there to rob stuff as well. And, again, sober. So I apologize for all of this. But I was reading and doing research. And the construction crew is new. They're actually switching them out. So we can go in as new construction people. And didn't you say you looked at like the construction guy? It's his brother. He like designed the whole place.
He's the architect.
Yeah, so he could go in with the new construction crew and bring him in there. We just have to find a way to mask Jarfield and dispel all the little traps.
We have invisibility.
Yeah, we're good.
Wouldn't
There
that be
is-
strange though if like all of a sudden in the middle of their thing somebody's like, I gotta do construction?
So
No, they're
there's
building
that-
it right now. It's they're constantly renovating. It says it right
Oh.
here. Update: changing construction companies.
Oh, okay.
That was something I did notice over the last year. They're always changing it up or maybe trying to reinforce it or make it stronger. So
Yeah, because they're knocking down a couple of walls and they're combining it. And
I think the best
yeah,
person
so-
to go with Jarfield is probably going to be Eucalyptus, solely because he mentioned something about the eagle having some sort of power and will some sort of magic, and we'll need someone who can detect and dispel that.
But
So
I
I think
guess.
that-
But I can't get in because I'm not.
but she can't get into it.
Well, the way that it sounded was that there's this room, and when you're in the room, there's this magic, and then in the room, there's like some sort of thing where only a cat can enter. So it's not necessarily that room with the eagle that is cats only, but it's another room that's even past that one.
What if we make
Mhm.
Eucalyptus a cat?
Can we do that?
I don't know. You guys do magic, can we?
I
It's
can't.
possible, but I don't have any.
I
Look,
can't.
I'm always excited about more cat friends.
I can't take the smell.
I can turn into a cat to
I
go with
get it.
Jarfield.
I get it. I do smell
Double the
musky.
robbing and also protect him.
There are also
Um,
2 rooms that we need to steer clear of because they have weaponry and armor that's enchanted and will fight us. It's the billiards room and the study. We need to stay out of those.
Did he talk about an armory? Because I see he wants to make this room for his armor collection. Is there any special armor that he has?
Apparently, there's some like special armor and weapons, but I think that what the dude told me was that it's enchanted and it will fight us, and I'd rather avoid fights.
You said the billiards in the study you said the billiards in the study. So like I think that the armory is probably good. I feel like we should like.
I think we should hit the armory.
We should
Yeah.
put that as like a 3rd tier after we steal the magical item and blow up the press. It's like
And here's the
Well,
big...
we should probably split it. Because
yeah.
if we're all going in once, it'll be a
My-
little. We should do it. We should hit it all at once so that if something goes off, we don't miss out on getting cool armory or.
The big
Yeah,
thing
why
is
not?
that the library on the 2nd floor is not actually a library. It is actually where they host most of their meetings because there's something they can do with the books and turn it all into like the bookcases become like meeting tables and couches and sofas, and they're just chilling. So that's probably where the meeting is going to be taking place. We need to decide if we're going to be trying to extract the item before or after the meeting.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think that's all the information that I have.
Did he mention something about a pendulum clock? Because it says here, custom
Nope.
order pendulum clock. Do something with the hands. Did he say anything about that? Because I
I'll
think
be
that
honest,
that's pretty
didn't
important.
say a dang thing about it.
Okay,
I
well that's in the
also-
dining hall. So if we go through there, we should check that out.
I also learned something. He has a thing, and if you stand on it, it hurts you and you can't move. And so I don't know if it'll be there, but I stood on it and it hurt me, and I can't
Oh.
move.
Did it? Like, were you paralyzed? Like, were you shocked or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So if we're going under construction and we get the opportunity to cut the power, that might be good as well.
Yeah,
that's a
Okay.
good idea.
maybe.
Like I think the basement is where that is located.
You really want drugs again?
that is true. That this
Being
building-
clear-headed is the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life.
This
I
building
I
has
know,
very
buddy. I know. Pet.
it is very well designed and the cutting edge of technologies. So if they have some sort of way to do currents and electric shocks, that's would explain why they're so why it's so lit up all the time. And again, this is the cutting edge technology. So yes, there's a way
So-
to deactivate that could help you all too.
What
So
if we
all
don't-
my oh sorry, I apologize. So my 2nd level spell slots are all taken. But if I get the night's sleep, that clears them. and maybe I can, get some, spells that are more appropriate for what we've kind of learned. So that's also a possibility. If I get in there, jump in there, clear my spell slots, get it, because I can, disable traps. I can find traps. Well, actually, those are prepared right now, so we just need to get that. So I can find traps. I can locate objects. Obviously, all my other spells.
Is that the gallery, or where are those paintings?
That
is in the
art,
art
which is
room.
right by the entrance.
The arbory. Got it.
To be honest with you, if he is the architect, right? Maybe he is accurate in his description of things, but if it's a living space, maybe things have moved around too. Again, I have only been able to access certain rooms, so if you see certain things, you should just be on guard, right? Maybe one of the paintings in the art room went to the gallery, or maybe one of the armory weapons has been changed out. Who knows, right? But it's good these things exist in these spaces, or did at one point, because that is going to be important to look out for.
Yeah, because I can
also,
find
if
traps
there's lots of, if they're doing construction, then could some of these rooms be closed or?
I have a feeling, yes, because again, this is the older designs, and I got them kind of in the midpoint of the designs here. So there might be certain rooms that have been blocked off, walled off, smashed into one another to create a larger space.
Chante, what do you need to rest for?
Okay, I need to clear my spell slots, because if I clear my spell slots, I can find traps, I can detect magic, I can locate objects, I can do a lot of stuff that we might need for a heist. But what if I flood the basement, and that gives us a good guys to come in? And like, hey, we're the new construction people.
Workers, yeah.
And because I can easily flood that, and also it would give us a good reason to turn off the power, because, electricity, there's water everywhere.
If we're already planning on splitting up, what if we go in as two different groups?
Exactly. You guys are going to...
This is what I'm thinking, is if I can get in... it's tough, because I don't know if only a certain amount of people can use that painting or what, because I need to rest to be able to use Disguise Self. And I can use my Disguise Kit on someone else. And then if I could go in invisibly and then rest and get Disguise Self, I could disguise myself as, somebody who would be maybe bringing in dancers or something like that. I'm just trying to think of the best way to get everyone in.
I think your strategy is smart, because if you are breaking up, or you go in like a plan to enter a very beautiful gambling room, right? You want some people to be the distraction, you want some people to be the nouveau riche, you want some people to be construction, you want to have a spread, so that way, because you guys can all do a reconnaissance, and as he's talking about, you can change your spells, your looks from the people you see. You're going to probably find out, hopefully when you enter, who Tom Starbuckle is meeting with, and can trail them in some way, right? Because we don't know who the buyer is.
Hey, but how do we get all the people
Jarfield
here that looks like cats in there?
I don't have an answer easily on that one.
Disguise Kit, Jarfield.
Charlene, I feel like if there's one room in the house that's the only room that cats can go into. Wait, is there a room that only cats can go to, or is it the only room that cats can go into, is kind of my question.
No. It's a room that only cats can go into. But there are, throughout the entire place, it seemed, a lot of cat-based traps that are like, a place that might seem natural for a tabaxi to go.
Oh, I hope there's not a box in the middle of the floor, because if there is, I might climb into it.
Yeah,
you gotta resist that.
It's gonna take all of my will to resist that.
That one, honestly, is completely just on you and your lack of willpower. Like, just set it in your mind right now. If I see a box, I'm not gonna go in it.
Okay, if I see a box, I'm going to try my hardest to not go into it.
I got to be honest with you. Whenever I really just needed a few moments, because Jarfield was a very at times overwhelming lover, I did just throw a box somewhere.
High five, Jarfield.
I don't want to be
overwhelming.
High five, yay.
All right. So I think we need to figure out who's going to be in what crew. and
Yeah.
how we're each going to get in there. I think that for any tabaxis that are going in, invisibility is going to be best. Jarfield, do you have an invisibility ready? And then we also have that scroll.
Yep.
Is
yep.
that
So I got 2 shots of invisibility.
great? And that invisibility scroll you can use on one of us as well.
How long does
Yeah.
it last?
I think an hour.
But if you are invisible and cast any spells or attack things, that it drops. So it's something to keep in mind when you are invisible.
What if you get trapped? Will that?
If the trap activates correctly and you get hurt, it'll drop.
What if
Okay.
we shave Jarfield and he just looks like a
Boom.
weird
Boom, boom,
naked
boom, boom,
mole
boom.
rat thing? We just shave him. So even if he gets caught and the invisibility drops, he's just like a weird like, "Rah!" And then they don't
I
know
like
what he is.
this.
But
I
there
mean,
are
this a
cats
lot.
that are. But what about cats that don't have hair?
Are there?
Those
Yeah, but they
cats
look
are
like
weird.
monsters.
Yeah, those cats are weird. Look, I'll do it, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be very unhappy if I do.
Let's do it.
Let's
I'm going
save
to be
him.
honest with you, I don't think it's going to change the thing with his fur on or off.
It couldn't hurt.
Okay, let's not do it.
No.
Oh, well,
I
could
mean,
we
I
at least
personally
just-
like his hair on, as you know.
I don't.
Okay, I need to keep
We'll
the
leave
hair.
like a little lightning bolt.
Oh, that'd be cool, Jarfield. That'd
Guys,
be really
this
cool.
would-
You
this
should
would-
do that.
No, this would make no, this would make me mad. No.
You just see Jarfield. Like,
Yeah, my
get
my
cat
hair,
angry.
my hair is
Yeah.
no.
What if I infested the other tabaxi person? Blurmal, right? That's the guy's name?
Yes, but we
I
do
gave him
not
food.
know. I know he designed this space, but I do not know if he's going to be here at this event. Knowing him, though, he might try to make an appearance, because he's so slimy. He's just slimy. But he may also not be here, right? So we have to keep our eyes open.
I mean, I feel like so I got 2 questions. One, so there's an eagle eye thing that like leads to that's in front of the cat room. And it's a trap. Do we know what that trap is or like what it does? And then 2, like what's in this cat room? And like that tells me that either it's a trap for me or it's where Blurmal is. So there's one extreme or the other.
That makes sense. I think, Charlene, you're coming with us, right?
Yes, so me, Tomato, and Cheesy, we are here at your disposal, but I do feel that, you guys can use us as you see fit, but if things go wrong, we should have a backup plan too. I think our job as well will be to assist you if things do go wrong.
I think
Okay.
Cheesy and Tomato could probably stay out. And I think that if we had 2 tabaxi who could possibly get into that place, that would probably benefit us. And maybe Eucalyptus could stay with them in order to dispel the magic trap that is held in the eagle. Does that make sense?
I think that is the best idea because knowing Blurmal, he is smart. If he made a space only accessible by tabaxis, yet kicked out and is killing every tabaxi that comes in, then even if you are a cat, like a tiger, I don't know if it would still allow you to access it.
Yeah.
So
maybe we count on both Jarfield and Charlene going into whatever that area is together, and Eucalyptus keeping guard, and then me, P, and Chante, we can run that construction gambit.
Yeah, and you and I can both go in that painting, and
I can stay as the guard that I currently am, and I can usher you 2 in and just say like, hey, we have some construction to do. These are your 2 construction
well, you could
guys.
be as the architect, the designer.
Yeah,
He's going in with
I can do
construction
that too.
people, and then we're
I
like,
also
hey,
think-
it's flooded. You got to turn off the electricity.
That's a great impression. I'll do just that.
I also think it would be good to all say we meet in one place, maybe when the guard change happens, because we will all see it. So we know if we need to meet in one space and, report to one another, or, to get a short rest if we need it. I just don't want anybody to be in a bad state and not have everybody's efforts at their disposal.
That
Charlene,
makes
Who
I've got
am I
a-
going with again?
oh, it's
You'd be going with the tabaxis.
yeah.
Do you like that idea? We could use somebody to your strength and your defensiveness?
I'm fine with that. It seems like it puts me in a little more danger.
Also, I have to be honest with you. If anybody is going to kind of walk in as like a performer or one of the ladies on the arms of somebody, you look quite regal. Your armor is quite beautiful. It looks like you come from a noble family.
Oh, she's highborn.
Yes, you might be able to get around a little bit easy in the main room where there's a lot of talking happening and gambling's happening.
You can drop your name.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
if they
Yeah, so
figure
your
out who
dad's
you
a
guys
celebrity.
are, I just will pretend I don't know you.
Yeah, your dad's
It's a
a
good
celebrity.
plan.
Well, they'll be invisible too.
Right. I'm saying if that
Unhappens.
Happens.
then I
Yeah.
will have to. Oh, if that happens, then you should attack me,
Ooh.
Good
and
idea.
I'll pretend to fight you, but I won't actually hurt you.
Yeah, if you could go in as just Eucalyptus, just, drop your dad's name at the door, they'll let you in, just say that you're passing through press.
But then it
And
might
then you
get
could-
in the press, and then they might come after us.
Ooh. But if we are successful, we can maybe guarantee no newspapers coming out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's true.
True.
We got bombs. Blow up the press.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
gotta
leave
actually.
this dumb
Charlie,
town anyway, right?
What
Really?
what was it?
We're gonna leave this stupid place eventually, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So it
yeah.
doesn't
This is
matter.
everybody's goal.
Newspaper.
Um,
We'll get out.
Charlene, do you still have those? Do you have those explosives I asked for? Just like a bomb or something?
Yeah, so I spent some time the last hour so navigating around. The explosives that you asked are very intricate, but I did find one bomb.
Okay, great.
So-
I'd love to pocket that if that's okay.
It's quite big. It's going to need a big pocket, and she kind of hands you this like massive chunky bomb. But she did find one bomb.
Is that actually? If I'm invisible, I guess I can. Like, it doesn't matter if I have to
So
disguise it or not.
you can say that, and I'll read it really quickly. As an action, a character can light this bomb and throw it up to a point 60 feet away. Each creature within 5 points must just succeed a dex save or take 3d6 fire damage. So it will do 3d6 fire damage. It's a 1 pound bomb. So it's kind of like
Okay,
this.
cool.
If we
You
run into
think-
Blurmel, mind control, and then we have him report all the press and just propaganda everyone, but like to our favor.
We have him for 1 minute.
Okay. Well,
He's
okay.
a fast writer. He can write it in a minute.
I
Didn't
just,
the Eucalyptus say she has powers that change the mind too?
oh, I could tell him to go away or something. It's a command. It's not that. It's not that like involved.
I
But
see.
I can tell him never talk again.
Well, then we if we run into Ogun, whatever the big ass dog, mind control him, get him in our way so we can get rid of him because charm person
I
wouldn't
feel
help.
like
Like,
he- In 1 minute, he could probably do a lot of damage if he's as spooky scary as they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, if his
'Cause then
teeth
I
are
could
the
just charm
size of
person Blurmel.
mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and if
I-
it is command person, that sounds like a monster. So it's a different thing. You can only
But
command
with-
a
Oh, yeah, you're right.
physical
With the
A
person.
mind
Potion.
control, yeah.
yeah, so mind control we can.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's only
So
a month.
actually, yeah, that's another thing we should figure out is like who's taking the potion of mind control, potion of poison. I feel like is a good P thing to have.
I feel like whoever is going, so the construction people are going to be the ones going to the library eventually.
Yeah.
And then the Tabaxi and Eucalyptus will be going to the place where the eagle thing is. So we'll be splitting up in that way. Where's the armory at? Just because we wanted to maybe stop there.
Yeah,
and
we
I
want
just
to
wanna
hit the
know-
armory. That
Where's
is on the second
eagle
floor.
again. Well, no, I need to know because they will be invisible.
It's on the second floor, in the upper left-hand corner. You pass it's behind the library and past the
Oh,
terrace.
it says the eagle that watches over the other jet.
Yeah.
I could
So
have told you
we-
that too. Yes.
So we could hit the library and then go up to the armory while they deal with the gems and the eagle thingy.
Yes, and I do believe that for all the people that will be participating in the club, it being kind of like an active day at the club, being Monday, the Mondays, I have a feeling that most of that interaction, from what I've seen, happens on the main floor, and there is probably invitation only to the second floor. So just a little bit of information depending on how you're all strategizing on entering and getting the information you need and navigating around.
Okay. The library and that one room are right next to each other, so we could hypothetically use that as a meetup point, and maybe all go to the armor room together, or to the armory together. We could do our respective jobs, check out both rooms, try and maybe try and interrupt the meeting. That might not be smart though. I don't know when to get the actual thing. That's my thing. What do you guys
I
think?
feel like the thing is the last thing we do because that's probably the most alarm heavy.
Yeah, so maybe the three of us will find some reason to go into the armor room, and while they're doing that thing, and then we'll meet at the library, and we'll all just go in. There's only one entrance to the library, isn't there? One way in, one way out, and then there's an elevator right there. So if we just like wait right by that elevator, do you guys see how there's like a little square? We could all just chill right there, and once they walk out, just have P just shiv them all, you know?
I mean, let's like, because there's one way in, one way out. Let's like, maybe we should all meet like just because we're gonna be kind of near that cat room anyway. What if we met in like, you know, basically in that hallway right outside the cat room, and like by that point we'll hopefully have like dismantled whatever's in there and figured everything out. Plus, if it's a trap, you guys can come in for backup, and then after we figure that out, we can swoop into the library.
P could poison the punch and kill all the people in the meeting if there's like a punch. Just poison.
That's true.
Look. This town sucks. Let's do it.
I have an issue with that. Wouldn't it dilute the poison? I mean, so then everyone just gets like mild diarrhea? They're not all going to die if we dilute it.
But what if you target like the important person? Then maybe there would be like accusations, or maybe they just need to excuse themselves to the bathroom or something. But it is a good way to create a diversion.
Yeah,
even if it just knocks them out.
If we gave everybody diarrhea, that like might help us and be funny.
If we enter as the architect and two construction people, and I'm able to use that painting and get disguised self, I can stay as the construction person. P and I can go somewhere for like an hour, and I can make her look like a servant so that she can get into that room with the poison, and she could potentially poison someone. It seems convoluted, but it might work. I don't know.
Or just like,
also she's like sneaky. She can just sneak in, right?
Yeah,
I can do that. That's true.
There's also a kitchen. We can probably just like go to the kitchen and like, you know, like poison it there and then bring it to the room.
Oh, also to note that the elevator from the designs, it does go down to the basement floor, where, to be honest with you, the kitchen is probably just used for the servants and for the people walking around passing the trays and appetizers, people who are going to be, you know, actively serving things. So keep that in mind too, that there will be people working the event as well.
Can we go now? Can we do it now?
Yeah. I mean, I think we will need to go fairly soon. As she kind of looks over, and pulls back one of those rugs to kind of like let in some light. She takes a beat and she goes, "At this point, we probably have less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes to get what you might need and go from there. So very quickly, tomato cheesy, what did you get?" And they take a moment as they kind of like toss equipment and things onto the table that they have recovered. So they got some like basic equipment and armor that you guys might want to take a look at. They have 2 bags of caltrops. So I don't know if you guys know what that is but it's like jacks that if you unleash the bag, it's like letting out a bunch of jacks. So 2 bags of caltrops. She got 2 sets of 1 short bow, 1 long bow, with 20 arrows each. Somebody wants a short bow or a long bow. They got 3 daggers, just like simple daggers. And also the most interesting thing is that you can catch, though all of this equipment is kind of basic, there is like a nice sort of small set of armor that looks kind of pretty.
Oh, what is it? Studded? What kind of armor is it?
Does look like studded armor.
Oh, may I have the studded armor, please?
I don't need it.
Yeah, have the studded armor. It's fine by me.
Yeah.
I was
Jarfield,
gonna ask for
all yours.
whatever.
P,
Can
don't
I-
you need a range weapon? Maybe the bow will help you?
Oh, I was gonna ask for the daggers, but I guess I can take a bow.
Why don't you also take the
I-
daggers?
Can I take
I would
one?
I
of
would
the
like
Caltrops.
one dagger.
Yeah, I would
I
also
got
like
daggers.
One, I would also
You
like
guys
one
take
dagger if I could.
daggers. I'm taking a bow. Adding it to my stuff.
And are you taking
I'll
the
take
short bow or the
caltrops.
long bow?
What's the difference?
You might be proficient in one and not in the other.
Well, let
Um,
me check.
And I believe that let me double
I would like
check
the third
here.
dagger then.
I don't think I'm proficient in either.
That would shock me if you're a rogue and you can't do that, but maybe you're not. Oh,
I got a crossbow on my list instead of that.
oh, if you can do a crossbow, then you should be able to do ranged. Does it say anything about ranged weapons on your character sheet? Like proficiencies, what does it say underneath that?
It says light armor, crossbow, hand, longsword, rapier, short sword, simple weapons.
Okay.
Dice set. Oh, then I also
going.
can play dice. I can also play dice. This is tools. Dice set,
Cool.
disguise kit, forgery, thieves tool, vehicles in the water.
Yes. So simple weapons. Let me double check what's underneath that list off the top of my head. I think that in simple weapons, yeah, you can use. Oh, bomb is one of them. Let me double check. Sorry, guys.
I
I
have
was
a
very
question
invested.
while
Had
you're
this all pulled
checking.
off right away.
If we have a long rest in that painting, does that mean we level up?
You would. Because I told
Let's
you
do
guys,
this.
level 4 is on the horizon.
I can do so
And you
much in
guys
level 4,
gotta
you guys.
Rest
I
up,
can
which is
actually
really
become an
exciting,
eagle.
everybody watching, because
Or
you
no,
guys
I
don't know
can
this,
start-
but
no,
at the end of the last game, I did tell them when they eventually get a long rest, they will level up. So little reveal. Yeah, simple ranged weapon, short bow. So you can take the short bow.
I'm taking the short bow then. Thank you.
Well, so can I get the rules again for this world? Because like, if I'm gonna go in just as myself, which by the way seems like the most dangerous of everything, but okay, then I just want to make sure like I remember how to act. Like they don't allow magic, so I shouldn't be like I'm good at magic and look at me.
No, yes, you should be more like a well, I wish I had something of some sort of I wish I had money, essentially. If I had like a bag of money, you could go in and say you're gambling, or that you are there to be a buyer or participate in the games. And
Do we
I
have a bag of
some
money? Somebody did rob a place. Did we get money?
They didn't really have any money.
I have
Yeah. Jarfield, did you rob a place?
No.
Oh no, you didn't rob a place. Yeah. What were you doing? Were you running for your life, not attacking the gargoyles?
I was afraid because I'm illegal here.
I have 30 gold pieces. Now, I mean, people could just give me their money and then, I mean, I'll give it back to you. You know, I'm good for it. But then I can
good.
have a lot and make it look like I'm, rich.
that is
Aren't you
probably a
rich?
good idea.
Yeah, you can have all
Well-
my money.
Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
I
good.
don't know if I have any money.
So how much does everybody give Eucalyptus so she can tally it?
I give Eucalyptus. I'm gonna say I've got 15, so I'm gonna say 10 gold.
Right, so that puts you up to 40.
How much does she need?
I don't know, but I just know these people are incredibly rich. So if you go in and you would have to hit probably the bid for the low table, right? Like you couldn't go to the high rollers. You'd have to.
Okay, here's the deal. I got a bag of money. P went with me, so she gets half. P, here is 125 gold coins. That is your half because you did the heist with me. Yes, P gets it. So
Okay, but we're talking about me right now. Like, I get that.
Well-
but this is for the heist. It's not, you're not paying me. Like, I'm just, yes.
I didn't have money before. Here's 125. Nothing has changed for me now.
all right,
So that puts you at 125 plus 40. So
fine, and I will give 125 if you win any winnings, I want half.
So that's 250 altogether.
250 plus
adding.
40.
250 plus 40, and so that would put you at 290.
I don't believe in money as a concept, so I don't have any.
Okay.
I feel like 290. That's like a lot of money.
That should
feels
hopefully
like
get you a
enough.
day table.
It's more money than I've ever had.
Okay, and so we don't know. So I just have to go up there and be like, this is who I am. I'm here to gamble. And women are allowed, right?
Yes, there is. It's just the elites. You have to look. You have to be a certain way, of a certain
Should
name.
I take off my armor to show more of my boobs? Like, what is the thing? What's the thing around here?
Well, we have to be careful about your hole.
You're just obsessed with her hole, man.
I'm not.
Like no one's
to show my
talking about her
boobs,
hole.
not showing my hole.
Jesus.
I know how to.
Not that hole. I mean,
I'm not
the big
talking
one.
about that hole. I'm saying I'm not gonna wear midriff.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I'm just
I
trying to
apologize
make
for
sure
him.
that there's no holes in our plan. Okay.
Also, I was visited by two people, and they, in the dream I told you about, and they told me that I shouldn't go near the greenhouse. And this is the worst thing I've ever said, because I think I know what they mean. I think the greenhouse holds the drugs. So this is probably the hardest thing I've ever said, but you should keep me away from that.
You were visited by two.
Okay. After the armory,
they're
we'll
dead,
go to
it's fine.
After the armory, we'll go to the greenhouse and get you some drugs.
No, I'm saying we should. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. We should just ignore it.
Okay.
I mean, before we do, Jarfield, I really need to talk to you privately, really quick.
Okay, let's go.
The only other private room is the 6th room. So here, you asked earlier if you could have the sex in it. It's a bedroom.
I
but,
knew they had a sex room.
She walks over and she goes, because it's a bedroom and you can have the sex in it. So
You don't have to explain it. We know what they are.
It's also how romantic. There's a bed in there. It could be used for sleeping too and meeting. It's fine.
Hey, Eucalyptus, do you want to borrow my manacles?
Guys, I'm just
go in.
She's going into the sex room. She's gonna need to borrow my manacles.
We're just talking.
We're just talking.
talking.
I'm not into cats.
Oh, racist.
I'm into cats. Don't worry, Jarfield and Arlene.
Charlie.
Wink, wink,
And-
wink. Also, does anybody else want the call traps? If not, I'll take them.
No,
I do. I
Ikto.
would like them both.
All right, cool, great. Ikto's got the call traps. Great.
And I got the third dagger.
Okay, great. So as long as everyone knows the items they are picking up and holding on to and going to be bringing with them, Eucalyptus and Jarfield, you do get escorted into that small bedroom nearby behind one of the rugs, and the door closes behind you if you need a moment.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say first off, I think I'm gonna die on this mission. I'm I'm trying to be strong because my lady's out there, but I am very terrified right now.
Okay, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't tell you.
No, tell me what I care about you as a friend. Go ahead and tell me.
No, it's not about me though. Okay, so when I was taking my nap, I slept on that like cot thing in the corner, and I guess it was hers. I don't know, the pillow or whatever. But I moved the pillow and there was a picture under it. And it was a picture of like a lot of kittens. So then I was like, oh, maybe that's like her as a kid or whatever. And I looked in the back and it was like, we miss you, mommy. And I don't know, but it just seemed like those were her kittens.
Wait, what color? Wait, what color were the kittens?
There were like lots. There were calico of many. There were different ones. There was
Were
black, white, gray.
Were they orange? Was there an orange one? Am I a
There
daddy?
was one orange, one very bright orange one that was pretty fat. I
Aw,
mean, I noted that one because it was the cutest. But
thank you.
look, I don't know. It could be her family. It could be like her as a kid. It just seemed like, I'm just saying, like she might be hiding the fact that she's got. Because like, when's the last time you were together?
Last time we were together was probably like I'm gonna say 3 years ago.
Yeah, those kittens were like new. So I mean, I'm not saying like, I mean, maybe this is an old photo, I don't know, but they seem like maybe like there was another man cat that might have.
Was there a gray kitten?
Yes.
Oh.
There were 2 gray kittens, 1 black kitten, and 1 orange kitten. That's all I know. I don't know how cats' genetics work or anything, but there was 2 gray. So look, like I said, I should have kept this till after, but it just seemed like, I mean, like, I don't know, we're trusting her a lot, and I don't know, like, I just feel like you should know, like, maybe something's up. But like, you know what, 3 years is a long time, and like everybody, you went through things, you've grown, you probably had other relationships, so it's not, and you know, cats they're not like elves, so they get knocked up real easy. So it could have just been a one-night thing, you never know. So I just felt like, you know, I don't know, I didn't want to go into this where you're like heroic and she's just like really into somebody else. I just don't know. So anyway, I said it. I hope that it doesn't ruin the night. I'm sorry.
I mean, look, it's okay. I say as I am clutching my hand so tight that my hand is bleeding. Thank you for telling me.
I would want, I'd want to know if like Ikto had like babies somewhere by a different elf. Not that I'm into Ikto or anything, but I mean, I just feel like we should all know about each other, you know, that there shouldn't be secrets, especially with like, you know, women are.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna make a statement like that. I'm trying to be a nice, non-misogynistic person, but yeah.
I wouldn't take it personally though. She might have thought you were dead.
No,
you know?
I mean, it's not that. It's a long kind of like, you know, like she's somebody that like I know that like I put.
Okay, let me stop you there. We really have to go on this heist. So I just, you know, I'm sure that there's a lot to unpack and we have like boat rides ahead of us to talk about it. But I don't want to, you know.
Yeah,
not the time to like.
Yeah, but like you were a good friend for telling me.
I know.
This is what I will be thinking about for most of the heist, but I will not let it influence us stealing whatever this thing is for our magic skeleton
I should have just kept it in. It's really hard for elves to keep secrets.
No, I mean like that aside, are you okay?
What? Dude, this is about you. Like, you're the one who just found out that your girlfriend has somebody else's babies.
Yeah, but like
why are you asking me about me?
I guess that like I'm compartmentalizing and I'm going to be unpacking.
All right, again,
but I also care about you as a friend because
you know what? I know that we just have to get through this, and I'm, you know, whatever. I could die at any time. You could die any time. Let's just do this. Like, whatever.
Okay, well, yeah, let's do this.
Sometimes you just gotta do the task put in front of you and just, that's it. You can't think too much. That's how I'm living my life right now.
Got it.
All right, let's get back out there and pretend like we didn't talk about something deep and sad.
Okay.
And also make sure that everyone knows we did not have sex because it's been a while. We've been in here longer than I expected.
Yeah, and she didn't really specify this is the sex room. Okay, let's go out, and I will definitely.
Yeah, and also, there's a sex room. She's not having sex with those guys. So what is the sex? Anyway, I'm gonna go. Okay.
And so you guys like exit the room to everybody in there like laughing over something, and like very slowly Chante is clapping.
It wasn't, dude. You could have lasted a little longer. Come on.
They totally. Look at, they're sweating. Look at Jarfield. He's got sweat. He's sweating like a little kitty kit.
No,
trust me. I know the face when Jarfield has had sex.
Cats don't sweat. That's a cat thing. Cats don't sweat.
I'm definitely not sweating.
And why is your face all wet? Why does it look like you got something wet on your face then? Ha! Sweaty cats.
I pat Ikto on the back nicely, like a nice Ikto pat.
This is disgusting.
I pat Eucalyptus on the back. Good job.
Get off of me.
I've been disguising myself as the architect for like the past like 30 minutes, by the way.
Yeah. Definitely, because it does take an hour.
I know it takes an hour.
Yes.
The moment she gave us that 45-minute warning, I started going real fast.
Great.
I
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say though, I like those glasses. They're cute. The
Me?
glass. I mean, I know they're not your glasses. They're
Yeah,
the
they're the
architects.
architects.
Yeah, but they're cute. That's all.
What about all the jewelry?
Nice.
Baubles and something like that. Baubles and what's the saying? What are they called? Baubles
Baubles and trinkets.
Baubles and is that what it is? Is it baubles and
Baubles and doubles.
Baubles and doubles? Are you sure?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm covered in baubles and doubles, baby.
Yeah, so Ikto does look like a weirdly spitting image of that strange kind of gray man, very, very young gray-haired man that you met earlier. You did take some time having to find like trinkets and kind of scour your bags and what was available to you in this sort of small den. But you feel like you're at least going to be able to pass off as him, even if you don't have all of his accoutrements, especially since a lot of the things he was wearing were incredibly refined. So you kind of have to do like a take on that. I do want you to roll for me. You can make the choice of a performance or a sleight of hand to see how well you utilize your craft abilities.
Okay, I'm rolling performance. I got a 12 plus 5, so a 17.
12 plus 5. Okay, yeah. So even if your artistic abilities aren't spot on with the material components of what you need to construct for this outfit, you do feel like you got down his voice, you've got down his hair, you got down the basic looks, and you feel like you can pull this off in terms of posing as him.
Great.
Oh, how long does it take to use an herbalism kit? Because I can take that poison thing and kind of I can enhance it. I'm very good with chemicals.
Usually for utilizing the kit, it does take an hour.
And how much time do we have?
You had 1 hour. So if you did do something in that 1 hour, then you can let me know.
Yeah, while they were banging, I was
they
just
were
like
banging.
enhancing the poison. They were like,
did?
Nobody
and
was
I'm like,
banging.
but with the mortar and
Bang.
pestle.
This
Yeah,
is
I was
not
like,
that never. Come on, you guys.
No, I'm talking about the mortar and pestle. I was like, yeah, get it.
Yeah, we weren't
Then-
banging. I'm a cat. No woman could ever love me.
Could I
I
please
pat
have you
Ikto on
make
the
a
back
medicine
again.
check?
Yep. Where is my? Oh, sorry, my dogs. 15 plus 4.
4. Okay. So I will say as you are, so what are you trying to do exactly?
I'm trying to make it good enough so that it can knock out a bunch of people.
Okay, so the potency of understanding this, it does take a while, and you need certain components in order to amplify that, because you do have like your mortar and pestle, and you have certain herbs, but trying to understand what the construction of this, it would take some time.
I have the mushrooms from the witches' huts.
Yes. So do you use those mushrooms?
I use one of those mushrooms.
Okay, that does strengthen the potency then, as you're able to very delicately kind of crunch it up and use it. And you think at this point, the way that you have sort of broken it down, it is now a toxin. It's no longer like it won't have the same effects that it would do if you had taken it in other forms. And with that, you mix it with the poison, and I'll say that makes it double as potent.
Cool.
So now, you know what? Do me a favor. Roll me a
I'm
1d.
proficient in the herbalism kit as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That means you can use it. That was proficiency means. Roll me a 1d4.
Okay. Oh, D4. Hold on. Not a D4. I forgot what D4 looks like.
It's like a
I'm
little
just gonna roll it
triangle. It's like a little triangle.
This guy.
It's this one. I don't understand this one, but
Yeah.
okay, I'll roll it.
It's whatever's on the bottom or the top. It depends on the dice you have.
4.
4. Okay. Well, then you feel like the potion that initially could have only poisoned one person can now poison 4 people. So you made an incredibly strong drink.
Look, guys, look. Hey, catch Ikto.
Whoa, dude, calm
Make
down.
a dex check. Make a
Oh,
dex check.
no.
Make a dex check.
You better catch this.
This isn't my fault, guys. Do I
Dexterity
do that
saving
saving
throw.
throw?
It's
Yeah.
a saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 7+1.
Oh, come on.
Oh no, I'm
You
sorry.
tell me how this thing smashes on the ground. You describe it to
What a
me.
mercy.
He throws it too hard, and it hits me in the head, and it just falls. I'm like
breaks on
still
the
doing
ground.
my disguise. I'm like looking in the mirror, disguising myself, and he just threw it and hit me with it.
Can we use like a sponge to soak this up and put it back in the thing?
You don't
No.
have
It's
sponge.
like
No, it's
going
pretty
into
dangerous.
the
Just leave it
it's
alone.
like it's like eating through the rug in the ground. It's going into the floor. Like it's just
Dude,
it's destroyed.
Okay, so
what the fuck?
who wants the mind control potion?
Oh, can I make that more potent? Can I make the mind control? Potent?
No. I feel like, should I have that in case
I feel like you should have it.
Because
Yeah,
I
I feel
have
like I
to
should have
interact
thrown it
with
to
P
P,
because
people,
she can
you
catch.
know?
You're
I
gonna
would've
be
caught it,
interacting
yeah.
with-
Yeah,
you're
P
gonna be
would've caught
interacting
it.
with people the most.
Wait,
So
can we
I think that Eucalyptus should probably have the
I'm
mind
so
control.
close to going back to the boat. So close. After that was
Sorry about your floor, but Ikto,
doesn't
he's Butterfingers
inspire
over here.
confidence.
You are
God,
absolutely
Ikto.
not going to make me be at fault for that.
Like you,
absolutely
come on,
not.
P. You would have caught that, right?
I
You
would
would've
have.
caught that?
I would have caught it. I don't know
Then why didn't you
catch
throw it to P? Why didn't you throw it to P?
I
Literally the guy
believed in
putting
you
a big
too much.
nose on.
Literally
I
in the
believed in
middle
you
of
too
doing
much.
something.
I'm looking in the mirror. You're
Did
over
you
there.
eat one of those mushrooms?
You're right. It is
while you
my
were-
fault that I believed in you. I am sorry, Ikto.
Yeah, it's absolutely your fault.
It sounds
Jeez.
like the throw wasn't the problem. It sounds like the catch was the problem.
It does. See, I get P. P.
You
we're
know
on the same
when I
level.
said that I should give you all of this before, like right immediately before you go on your adventure? I'm remembering now why I said that.
Yeah.
We should probably go. I'm sorry
Hey,
to
really quick.
to P for not believing in her
Wait, really
because I
quick.
believe in you now.
To light this bomb, do I need like matches or something, or can I just does that come with the bomb?
Well, if you guys have like an initial adventuring pack, then that should
Alright,
have some
I'm
sort
good.
of little way
Your
to like
box.
you might have some flint or something like that in order to strike a match or some sort of light source and light it up.
Okay,
So
cool.
you should be
Great.
okay.
Cool.
But as you
Oh,
guys are kind of all
no.
nodding, she does look outside again. She goes, "We do have to be on our way. Is everybody ready?"
No,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The tables for the doing the craps and whatnot are on the first floor, right?
Likely, yes.
So
I'm
what-
assuming in maybe the dining halls,
How
things
am I
of that
gonna
nature.
get to the second floor?
the ballroom.
There's
Just
a restroom.
steal yourself away.
Oh, you make it sound so easy, but I can't just be invisible like some people. All right,
Yeah,
never
but
mind. You all can't help me. I just gotta
Hey,
do this on my own.
Eucalyptus, strong and wrong. Strong and wrong. You walk away and just be confident with it. Walk up those stairs. If someone stops you, just be like, "I'm looking for the bathroom," and they'll all be like, "Oh, you're so rich. I love you." You're gonna do great. You got this.
So P has the mind control potion. Let's just
No.
like really quickly wait.
P
So who
does
has the
not
mind-
have the mind.
So
control
Eucalyptus has
potion.
the mind control potion. Who are we giving? it?
Eucalyptus has the mind.
Okay, so
The
Eucalyptus
potion-
has that.
My potion got dropped.
Got it.
Again, P. I'm very
It got
sorry that
thrown.
Ikto dropped your potion. I'm sorry about that. Like I feel really bad that Ikto did that.
So
I forgive you,
just to like
Ikto.
really quickly run through the plan. Chante, Ikto, and P, you were disguising yourselves as construction workers, and you were going to go to the painting room to try to rest and replenish your spells, and then you're going to go down to the basement, and at some point you're going to like flood the basement so that like there's a reason for construction workers to be there. And then after that, you're going to make your way to the library, since we can't go to the kitchen to poison because we lost the poison. Eucalyptus, me, and Charlene, we're going to make our way to that cat room and try to use Eucalyptus's spell magic scroll to like dispel whatever that eagle trap is, and then figure out whatever's in the cat room.
Yes, we should be invisible while we do that too. We'll hang
Yep.
out around Eucalyptus, maybe try to understand what's happening, and then make our way up there once she's ready.
Yep. And then Cheesy and Tomato, where I feel like we just kind of might need
Their
manpower at some
getaway.
point. Their
Yeah,
getaway.
they said you guys said they're essentially going to keep watch directly outside, create diversions, protect us. They have a couple of spells that can allow me to get messages from them too. And you
Got
might all receive, if things are dire, a message. So be ready for them to potentially send you a quick note.
Should
Got
we
it.
give them the bomb?
Nah, I think I'd prefer to have the bomb because I'll be invisible, so I can more easily get it to where it needs to go.
All right.
Hey, but if
Sounds
we're
like a good
construction
plan.
people, you can throw us the bomb. Just throw us the bomb. And we're like, hey, we're
Yeah.
gonna blow up some stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
do not throw anything anymore. No more throwing.
Hey, but I can
Absolutely
catch. Unlike some
Boom.
people who can't catch. Is this a good character for my construction guy?
Yeah.
Are you trying to make fun of me? Are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of me? As Cheesy like gets up
Very
and like
different accent.
starts to like, okay, all right. Sorry. It sounded like he was trying to make fun of me, all right? I just got a little
Like I
defensive.
said, you're very defensive, and you have nothing to be insecure about.
You're a very sexy person. You should have confidence in yourself.
Yeah, Cheesy.
You know what's sexy about you when you shut up?
I
That's
like
what's
it.
sexy
That's
Oh,
about you.
really
that's a
actually-
compliment.
I like this guy.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I hate like you like me more the more that
Yeah.
it's just what that's cool.
Yeah.
Make me shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got edge, and we appreciate it.
Listen, okay, I want to make sure you guys all know a little things I got up my sleeve too. I got a little bit of thing you might know as charm person. I can charm some people. I got a little thing up my sleeve known as like expeditious retreat, so I'm able to move real fast. So if you need someone who can move quick on their feet, who can charm people and things get bad, unfortunately I will be there to help you. So I'll stand on the outside, but if you need me to like use those at some point, you tell me, okay?
Should you come with us?
I think it's best if I wait outside or do things on the rim or something, because to be honest with you guys, you all have your own sort of methods. I don't think I'm gonna mesh. Not good with the whole like talking with people thing. I'm more the like I cast spells thing. I don't hide well either.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know your strengths and weaknesses.
I guess.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take the time to put on studded armor and get my dagger and stuff on. All right, I'm ready to go.
Okay, you guys, as you
Finally.
all as a party gather, having looked at this map, strategized, had moments, gathered all the information you could, you all nod to one another in your own unique ways and begin to slowly make your way out that main door. It is nearing the sort of late afternoon. I would say sometime probably around 4 p.m., nearing 5 p.m. It's one of those situations where you know this event's going to be happening at a certain point and you're showing up on the earlier spectrum, but not the first people to arrive. You want to be maybe slightly fashionably late as you're handling all of this, first to be there. You guys make your way up the city of Press, realizing that this location does seem to be in the most elite of districts. You make your way not just past the sort of copper homes and the sort of fallen apart, roughly created stone buildings, and past those gorgeous sort of steel fortified, chromatic glass structures, but you also are starting to make your way even more north to an area that's truly, if you guys remember when you first came in, there was a lot of sun refracting and you kind of had to shield your lights just because your eyes, just because the light coming from the very top area of Press was so strong. Now you can see why. This whole area is plated in gold. It is a golden location with no more than, from what you can tell, somewhere maybe around 6 to 8 major buildings. One of them most distinctly, the printing press. You can even hear it as you're nearing it. It sounds like a loud train passing you guys. It's chugging. You can see it's sort of long chimneys just pumping out all of this black toxic gas that is kind of refracting off the golden tops of these structures. It's like citadels. It's It's like the Seattle Tower. Everything here is very beautifully crafted and designed, and it would be gorgeous if not for this very thick layer of smog above it. As you're approaching this sort of elitist corner, you can see people walking around in gorgeous carriages. There's a lot more space here. Things are spread out. You see what looks like could be like a palace of some sort. You see something that could look like some sort of like meeting grounds. And then of course you most distinctly see what is likely 9 Lives. Being that on the outside of it, there's this sort of 9 different versions of Lermal's face, perfectly like holding up like Grecian sort of columns, the actual ceiling and the roof of this gorgeous, 3-story, 2-story with a third top, this sort of beautiful terrace on the top location. And you can just see these different Blurmal looks as you're approaching 9 Lives and the giant door in the front. And as you guys are approaching it, Charlene just looks to you guys and goes, okay, are we ready?
Yes.
This place is classy.
Yep. And then I'm gonna
Let's do
cast
this.
invisibility and use
Sure.
the invisibility scroll on her and stuff.
And she kind of gulps and she says, let's go. And we'll end today's session right there. As you guys are going to be going and handling this major heist in the next episode. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, you guys. Super fun role play and scene work. Y'all are going to be in for a treat the next episode too, with learning a lot more about what's within these walls.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.